Hey, this is the Kiwi Bustle, Travis Banks, and you're watching Wresthings podcast.
Yo, what's happening? It's Wrestling Podcast, episode 10. Double figures, son.
Are you lying?
I swear it's episode 10.
Yeah.
Actually flew
Was
by.
last episode, Kenny also episode 9.
She should have told me I would bought a cake or something.
Sorry,
Trust
fam.
me.
Sorry, fam.
Celebrate, man. This is a
So
big
episode
deal.
10, double
this is
figures,
really a
fam.
big
Like,
deal.
this is mad, like trekking in this cold streets of London, bringing, you know, to what am I talking about? All four corners of London together to make a great podcast. Look at it, 10 figures. Hopefully, triple figures very soon.
Come on.
Hopefully, it will happen.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah, man. We got Delboy in the building. We got Blacks in the building, and we got. Bro, introduce yourself, man.
Yeah, Andre Hart, aka Dre aka Dre Marvelous.
Jeez,
My
AKA
guy, Dre.
Yeah, come on.
Come on, stop us with the
Just-
intro.
Man, had to show you lot levels.
Trust me, the flyest wrestling
Yo.
fan. The flyest.
Listen, we can't start off a podcast by giving ourselves without not giving ourselves intro. So, Delboy, take it away. By the way, I've retired. 'Cause you know what?
Why are
I'm
you
retired?
retired? Why?
Because they're gonna block the website from next month, innit? So next month or 2 months. So I'm gonna
But the
stop.
thing is, what's mad because it has nothing to do with me whatsoever. So I don't know why.
That's. I was thinking.
I'm just
I
trying
don't
to
know.
save a brother. You get me?
Yeah, you don't know what's there.
Get me? Go on.
My guy,
When I say guap, you say daddy guap.
Daddy,
Guap.
Daddy.
It's the strong star rating.
This guy.
How strong is this star?
This guy's just throwing me off now. I can't remember my lines.
It's a strong
Okay,
star
star
rating.
rating.
What? Big back at me.
No, wait, it's the leg drop hating, strong star rating, big back rubbing, Chris Jericho loving, son of a gun. It's your one. It's the boy, still boy.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on. Coming from East London, told you, Mr. Controversial, the underdone. Get me, Sam Black.
Man, couldn't myself the underdone.
I am underdone. There's a bit of Undertaker and Pete Dunne. Listen, you see these man. Come on, ruthlessness.
I need merch, man.
I know.
merch.
I'm wearing bare designer every week now. I have to. Did you just get blacked out live?
Undertaker.
Oh, what?
What Undertaker?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Hey, someone put the theme music.
lights, bro.
Where's the Undertaker? I need the Undertaker.
Hey, yo, that was right at the right time, you know.
I should have said
That was
dumb.
on cue.
What the fuck?
That was on
should
cue.
have said dumb.
Hey, wait, what's going on? Is he gonna turn back on or what? That's the time. Oi! I am a
They caught me off guard.
reason.
They caught me off guard.
Say it, bro. Yo, do you wanna do your
Yeah, I'll do a little intro. Why not, fam?
cheese? Man's ready.
Yeah, the one and only Dre Marvelous, the flyest wrestling fan.
Yes.
Fly no airport,
You get me?
no Gatwick, no
No
Luton.
Gatwicks. Not that thing.
How's everyone's week been?
I didn't even do my intro, fam.
Oh shit, sorry.
I'm the newest signee of NXT, fam. NXT UK, fam. How can I not? Yo, it's Mr. Nafi repping East London, the newest signee of NXT UK, former heavyweight champion,
Go on.
Go on.
5-star frog splashing mother. The top face, the rapid assassin,
You okay then?
the legend killer,
Go on.
This guy's got every
the
gimmick.
Hulkamania. Every gimmick is mine. I'm Thanos of WWE.
Thanos.
I'm joking, but yeah, it's Mr. Nafi. What's happening?
It's lit, it's
we're
lit,
here,
it's
man.
lit. Another week of Wresthings.
Oh, fam.
Another week of wrestling as per usual. How's everyone's week been?
Can't complain,
Yeah, all
innit?
good.
4 week holiday, 4-day weekend.
I know, right?
Yeah, man,
that
can't
was lit.
complain.
That's good, man. Where do we want to start this week?
Can I start off with my WWE experience?
I need to hear this.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Go on,
Let the
please.
That
people
was
know what you was
very-
doing.
So last week I got an email that I was given a chance to go to the WWE Development Center. I can't say where it is. Top secret.
Mad.
But let me tell you something. When I walked in there, it was breathtaking. You walk in there and you see all the posters from all the pay-per-views from last year and all the best ones as well, obviously. Then you go inside and every wrestler's working out. You don't realize how much work goes into wrestling.
Yeah.
It's people say wrestling's fake, but the exercises I'm seeing these lot doing intense. Like flipping. I walked in there, first person I see, Water.
Damn.
Water just like standing there, just like pumping like a mad weight. I look behind me, Travis Banks comes by, go, yo, what's happening, man? I'm like, what the fuck? I look to my left, yeah. I see Pete Dunne and Moustache Martin in it. That's what you call Moustache Martin, right?
Yeah.
Mad thing.
And they're all just chilling there. Fam, when the video comes out, you'll see what I saw. I literally filmed it, everything in it. Just to put out there, videos out of focus when it does come out, because the guy behind the camera didn't know how to fix the focus, but it's all right. It's the thought that counts. Everyone else
Yeah, of course.
Content,
but everyone, like, listen, it's a breathtaking moment. I wish you lot can go there next time. But yeah, it's amazing. Like, words can't describe how sick it was being in there. And all the belts were there as well.
All the NXT UK.
All the NXT UK belts were there, but I wasn't allowed to touch them because I think because it was the same day they were going in Glasgow, innit?
Okay.
Yeah.
So after the whole press thing, they trained for another hour and then they just flew out to Glasgow. But it's weird seeing a wrestler drive to work. I can't explain.
But that was part of the grind, innit? Back in.
Rental cars and that.
Yeah,
Rent cars, yeah. But I mean, as in, like, from young, you would have thought a wrestler would just appear, like, shung, Hulk Hogan's there, or shung.
Oh, so
okay.
So I actually saw someone from Moustache Mountain driving in and lacing his boots in a car park. So when I saw it, I was like, what the fuck? Is this really happening?
Yeah, it was just a bit.
Do you get what I mean? And it's a nice feeling being in there. Everyone there is like on stuff. Travis Banks is an amazing guy, man. Honestly, he's one of the coolest guys I've ever met. Took me for a tour, proper nice. I think he even I tried to get him to remember us from when we went to.
So him
he remembered us a bit, but I couldn't find a picture that you took of him.
Oh, okay.
I think it was on your phone.
Yeah.
But he was like, yeah, man, I remember that match. That match was amazing. I was like, yeah, man, it was good. I was there. It was sick. Like,
He's probably gassing. Like, I don't know.
I think no, it's one of the things where he's probably trying to say, yeah, I know you, just I can just get off his back.
Yeah.
But he's a cool guy. I like him. Yeah, honestly, he's going to go far into wrestling business, man.
Sick.
But yeah, that's enough of that. Hopefully next time you lot can come along to it as well.
Yeah, that'd be lit.
Why not?
That'd be lit, man.
Content coming out very soon.
Yeah, so where should we start? Superstar shake-up from last week.
Oh, do you want to talk about that? Do you know why? Yeah.
Why?
Let me tell you why. The shake-up. Oh yeah. Sorry. By the way, Versy's not here simply because he's just had enough of the wrestling. So he'll be back soon as another gimmick. I'm joking.
To switch up and all that.
You'll see what happens. So he might come back as Undertaker, Booker T. Who knows? JBL.
You know if what happens if he
Bradshaw.
comes back as the Undertaker, I'm gonna have to
Fam,
throw him
he
out.
comes back as
I'm gonna actually have to throw him out.
Bro,
Bro, V, I'm gonna have to throw you out.
But
You
yeah,
can't
man,
mock
V,
that.
We love you.
Yeah,
You know.
Yeah,
Next
yeah.
time we'll see you again.
of course, my bro.
Fam, the Superstar shake-up is still carrying on.
It's still actively happening.
It's still active.
Doesn't-
Fam, how can we have Viking experience?
Don't get me started with that one.
Can you-
Why
can
are
you
you so
explain-
pissed off
can you
by the
explain-
shake-up? But why is everyone pissed off by the shake-up, bro? I like it, man. I like the shake-up. I like AJ Styles going to Raw.
But,
I like certain wrestlers going to SmackDown. I feel like it's making sense because I'm getting bored of the shows anyway, as it is. So when the shake-up's there, I'm seeing matches which I haven't seen before. Like what? Mysterio, AJ Styles, and Samoa Joe in a triple threat. That was hard. That was hard.
That was a good
I
match.
think the shake-up, like I said, things are really going to start shaking up. I think it's going to be sick.
I don't think it's done. I feel like they got more to give.
But
And I don't know where
fair.
Bray Wyatt's going to go. I don't think he's going to stay on Raw.
Nah. For me, I feel like it just started too early, man. Like you saw Aleister Black and Ricochet, they come up ages ago. Do you get what I mean? To me, it's a bit lackluster now. But
Oh, very much.
you know what
I
I
mean,
mean?
Fair dues, fair
can I just
dues.
put something out there, yeah? I'm sorry to say, but after this Raw, there's going to be a lot of losses for Ricochet. It's going to start now.
You reckon?
When a wrestler comes and he breaks up and he goes by himself here for a bit, he goes through a reign of losses.
No,
for
I
time.
don't think he will, man. That guy's
You think?
spectacular in the ring.
So is Aleister Black on SmackDown? Or is he?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
on
yeah,
SmackDown.
should be on
They
SmackDown.
split-
I think they're gonna have an
Split them up,
impact,
yeah.
man. I think they're gonna do all right, man. I don't think Ricochet's gonna be nah.
No.
They'll make him a strong mid card. He'll lose a couple matches, I guess, but I don't think he'll lose matches like that. No way. His moveset is too much to waste.
Yeah.
Well, you'd be surprised.
Unless you want to make him like an Evan Bourne, but
WWE has
Nah.
wasted a lot of
You know.
wrestlers, man. So I'm not surprised. If
It's hard to put everyone in a story though, because there's so much good talent. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially like with the way like WWE is very much storyline based. It's not like someone like Ricochet, as talented as he is, he's not really great on the mic. So it's kind of hard to kind of see
really
where we
balance
actually
that
put him
out.
in terms of like, okay, cool. If we're gonna give him this this rivalry, would he be able to hold his own on the microphone?
yeah, definitely.
It's not like someone like The Miz where. Actually,
controls
let me
everything.
not even say The Miz because I actually like The Miz as a wrestler.
Miz
now.
controls
Yeah.
everything.
I think The Miz
yeah.
is actually a sick wrestler.
Miz is hard.
Who's a crap wrestler but talks very well.
Alexa Bliss, she's a woman now.
Can I say
I
this?
think she's
Yeah.
alright though.
She's decent.
Yeah, I think
Can I?
she's decent.
She's decent.
Am I? Okay, cool. Don't throw me in the furnace at the moment. But could you say Bray Wyatt wrestling ability is not that good, but his mic skills are amazing.
You know what?
But I think he's a good wrestler.
Yeah, I just say he takes a lot of L's.
Be
Yeah.
He's a
easy,
good
be
wrestler.
easy though, because
I mean,
when you
as in-
really look at his moveset, it is a bit basic. But But
do you know it's good
but
because
I feel like he can do more, but he just doesn't want it.
Yeah.
I feel like his moves are very not like he's got that rushing. That's like a brawler, but you're a rushed brawler. You get what I mean? So everything's just fast. Like he'll just slap you in line.
Like, the thing, like I said, which we were saying. Well, no, was it Kenny was talking about the 5 moves of doom?
Yeah,
literally like that.
Yeah.
You can kind of dictate Bray's moves.
Yeah.
He's gonna do that move when he jumps on top of you. Then he's gonna do that Nuranagi kind of move. Then Sister Abigail. Then a clothesline. And that's it.
With the sense on as well.
And there's nothing else. There's nothing else I can think for Bray. Do you know what I mean? But I know. Maybe in a WrestleMania, not even a WrestleMania. Maybe I don't know. Maybe one match you might get pushed. You might just jump over the ring. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what you can do. But
I want to see.
But what I've seen, it's kind of basic. But he's hard. I love the Mystic character.
He's a great guy. I love his. He's the only guy that I look forward to when he comes out of the ring. When I see that, I know it's gonna be lit. I know it's gonna be lit.
That's what you know it's gonna turn up.
Mystique,
Yeah, he turns it up. He turns it up. Even his new gimmick is interesting to me.
It's so
Is
sick.
that
I think it's
hard?
So sick.
Okay, let's talk about this first because I think that's one of the biggest news that's come out this week.
Yeah, facts.
Do you feel like it's a new gimmick or do you feel like it's still Bray Wyatt, but it's like that's an alter ego to the actual Bray Wyatt that we have?
Bray Wyatt is a tapped individual, bro. I don't know what he's on.
Bro,
How about that one?
You know that movie
I
Split?
don't know what he's on, and I love it.
That Split movie.
Yeah.
Something similar to that.
exactly
It's kind of like a
that,
different
fam.
Like, I
personality.
saw some
Yeah,
craziness.
For him, it's kind of like I've turned down like this kind of part of me a notch down, but this one is like it's not as sadistic, but I feel like it's way more. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like
That man's
you
got a sword and starts chopping sometimes when he starts
like, you look at it
laughing.
and you think to yourself like, okay, maybe he's kind of tamed down, but I feel like that's kind of like the sickness of it. Like you can kind of already tell like, nah, he's not all up there. Like he's a bit tapped up there.
And will he be clean or dirty?
Do you know what it is? I want to just decipher this whole thing a bit, like this whole Bray Wyatt promo that we saw. When I first saw the promo, I was excited first and foremost. But obviously, with me, I love to look into the whole why is he wearing this, the whole like ideology of what he's doing. First and foremost, when I put that thing in the group chat about Mercy, what's his name again?
Oh, Waylon Mercy.
Waylon Mercy. That came up by accident on my YouTube, and I watched it by accident, and I was like, wait, Mercy sounds familiar. Then you obviously said Mercy was the puppet.
Yeah, Mercy the Buzzard.
Buzzard, yeah. Then the thing in it. And also, one thing as well that came to my head is the children, like him being like him dressed as a scarecrow. You see that whole gloves and stuff, and
Yeah.
it reminds me of like a horror film, like something like Jeepers Creepers or like not Jeepers Creepers, like Children of the Corn, like him getting children to.
That's
like,
what I'm thinking.
the
It was
whole
so
thing
weird.
and
I was like, what
a cult
is
of
he
children.
on? Yeah.
And it could work, but apparently WWE are trying to lock it off. Not WWE, like shareholders are trying to lock it off
Why?
because it doesn't fit. It's too scary or it's too much for kids. They don't want to have this idea of like a childish cult.
I was thinking that as well. Because anything twisted with kids,
That's
dark,
everyone's
you know,
sensitive.
that gets
isn't it?
dark.
Well, this
quick.
generation now.
But I love
anyway.
it. I love it. I think it's sick.
WWE was very good with that though, man.
But
I'm very interested to see like, okay, cool. With this new gimmick or this alter ego that he has, who would be his first opponent? Like, what kind of rivalry would you put him in? You couldn't just put him in there with anyone.
We have to see more.
Yeah.
I don't think we can just predict yet because
Yes.
I don't know what the fuck he's on.
Like, I couldn't imagine at this point. I couldn't imagine at this point now who they put in the rivalry.
I couldn't.
It doesn't.
I think what
Matt Hardy's probably the closest in my eyes
But he's kind of like
because
stopped the whole
he's
broken-
crazy as well, though, isn't it?
I think WWE should do this, yeah. WWE should do a thing where they put him up against the weakest person first, then he works his way up. Because if you put him against the strongest person, like a Roman Reigns, it's gonna be like, yo, I'm tired. Like you're gonna be tired of it already. But if you put him against someone like, give me someone weak, Kalisto. Like, he just interrupts Kalisto's match, yeah.
Or Apollo Crews.
And he just comes out like a kid vibe. Apollo Crews, you know what I mean? And you're like, you feel sad for the bro. You're like, oh, come on, man. Allow him, fam. Do you know what I mean? So I think WWE should play that story.
Or even Elias would be alright.
No, but Elias is big though. I mean, as in someone that's like cruiserweight. Do you know what I mean? And he just fucks them up.
Oh,
The whole Lucha House Party.
Oh, all of them. I can't
they're
stand.
just
hate them,
victims, isn't it?
Get rid
Hate
of all
them.
of them.
They're just-
Hate them, man.
No, I like them. Look, they move sick in the ring, man. I like them.
But what's this Lucha House Party rules? It's
Yeah,
dead.
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, this Lucha House Party. I feel like it's racist.
You have to fight all
Don't
three of them.
I feel like Lucha House Party is racist.
You have to why? You have to fight all three of them, innit?
No, I feel like that whole gimmick of the Lucha House Party just making them dance. Like, I feel like it's racist.
Yeah.
I feel like they should
Come out
be
with a
doing that, man.
pinata, bro.
Trust
you got to
me,
deep it. You have to deep it. It's mad.
Oh no, it's true.
What else happened in the Superstar Shake-Up?
obviously Bobby Roode has now become Robert Roode.
That moustache, he's
And
back
that's
to his.
depending for time now.
He's back to
Someone
his
said he looks
TNA
like
self.
he looks like a stepdad.
I get that. Yeah, that's jokes. That's jokes.
So
bro.
he's basically a baddie now.
Is he? Was that who he's going to become?
Robert Roode.
What's going to Chad Gable? then?
Robert
Chad
Roode.
Gable-
I swear Robert Roode was in TNA.
Yeah.
And he was
Yeah,
bad.
can someone explain that, please?
Robert Roode was bad.
Who's a big TNA fan?
Oh yeah, he used to be.
Yeah, I was
Robert
Robert Roode, and
Yeah,
he was his tag team partner. James Storm.
Yeah.
They were tag team champions. Robert Roode was.
Isn't James Storm in NXT?
Robert Roode became TNA World Heavyweight Champion too. So he's got a lot of credibility. Don't sleep on him.
Wait, was James Storm in NXT for a bit?
Yeah, for like
I think, yeah.
And he left, and he came with the hat. He came
2-3 matches.
Yeah, the cowboy hat. Yeah. I remember that
Like
actually.
2-3
Yeah,
matches,
briefly, and he ducked out.
And where's he now? TNA, back to TNA.
No,
God
he left
knows.
TNA.
I
He
don't
went after he left NXT. He went back to TNA, and then he's not with them
He's
anymore.
not with them. I don't know what he's
But
done.
that's the thing with this whole superstar shake-up. I feel like they've split up a lot of teams, which it doesn't
Even
make
the
sense.
bar, innit?
They split up the bar.
Yeah, that didn't make sense.
I like that though.
They split up Sanity, which it doesn't really make a difference, but they
Yeah.
weren't really used much anyways.
Yeah.
They split up the Riot Squad. I think Liv Morgan's on SmackDown now.
That's a bit mad.
Obviously Chad Gable and Robert Roode, they've been split up.
Ricochet, Alistair.
Ricochet, Alistair Black's been split up. Loads of teams have been split up, and it's like I
WWE
don't
love
understand the
people,
direction of where things are going now.
Yeah.
Like with the bar, I'm not too fast because I do like Cesaro as it is anyway.
Thank you.
And
I like Sheamus as a single competitor too.
Yeah.
Actually,
I
I
like
don't
both
sleep
of
on
them.
Sheamus. I don't sleep on him at all.
But then it's like the tag team division is still suffering. You know what I'm saying?
100.
Okay, cool. They wanted Raw one was suffering. They've put the Usos on Raw now, but then SmackDown now is kind of
He's
empty.
Lackluster, innit?
it's very lackluster.
I guess-
And the
I
amount of
guess-
teams that they have in WWE as it is, anyways, it doesn't.
If the shake-up's still going on, I guess they're gonna slap in NXT people in it.
I'm waiting for that. I feel like it's gonna
The
happen.
only person I know that's come up from NXT is Kairi Sane.
Gary saying, yeah.
She's so sick.
Other than that,
Cold, innit?
She debuted on SmackDown this week, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
against,
Last week.
That-
Was it
that
last
elbow
week?
drop.
Was it last week she debuted?
Was this week?
No, last week.
No,
she
yeah,
debuted.
last
Last
week.
week.
Last week,
Six
sorry,
man,
last
innit?
week.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no. Her first match was this week, but she debuted last week with when Paige made the announcement and they ran in the ring.
Yeah.
And then I saw when she done the power thing, I was like, she's a bit hard. I like her.
What's it? Superstar Shake-Up is Iconics. The Iconics are still together, aren't they?
Yeah, they're the tag team champions.
Paige.
What do you guys think about the tag team division, the women's tag
The
team?
women's.
It's gonna be sick soon. I feel like it will be.
Wait. What is actually happening with that? There's only two. There's only like who like what proper tag teams are
NXT
there?
tag teams are probably gonna come.
What
up
proper
now.
tag team? What proper women's tag teams are there? Like factions are there?
See,
The factional-
Nia Jax injured, innit? So
Yeah,
she's
she's
Yeah,
out.
and Sasha Banks doesn't want to wrestle for WWE no more. So Bailey's by herself. Like, what's happening now?
Yeah,
I saw Bailey's even on Raw now.
No, Bailey's on SmackDown.
She's
She's
on
It's on SmackDown.
SmackDown.
Yeah.
Yeah, so SmackDown.
And who else is going to compete for these tag team belts?
Asuka and Kyrie, bro. That's the only.
That's
the
only
only
option. That's the
Do you
only
know what I
option,
mean?
man.
So it's
That's
like-
the only option.
You see, let's compare it to this. See when you go on WWE, yeah, 2K, yeah, 2K19, and you make like a new roster, you make like a new show, and after you have like tag team belts, but the same people keep competing for these belts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like that, bro. The same people keep competing for.
But the thing is, yeah, you got they have to bring people from NXT. There are tag teams from NXT, right? The female ones,
The
right?
maddest thing
Yeah.
is the roster is fleshed out as it is. So
Yeah, bro.
you could utilize your main roster and at least make, even if I don't know, Alicia Fox and someone like there's so much talent on the main roster, but they don't ever use them. You know what I'm saying? And for me, as much as I want people in NXT to come up and do well, it doesn't now make sense for you to now be bringing people up and then your main roster that. It doesn't make sense. Like they're just going to be there wrestling on main event on fucking Sunday night.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. You know
Hey,
what I'm
is
saying?
Mickey James still in WWE or she been released yet?
She's on SmackDown.
She's SmackDown.
Yeah,
She should team up with someone and make like compete for these belts.
maybe, probably.
She's a vet as well, so she could definitely. I
She
feel
can
like
definitely be
do
under
well
someone's
in-
wing, or she can. You
Someone
know
can
what
be
I mean,
under her
anyway.
wing, yeah.
Under her wing.
Fam. WWE, fam. What else happened, bro, with the Superstar Shake-Up?
Finn Balor lost to
Ooh.
Andrade, which was a good match last week.
Oh man, Andrade's so hard.
Did you see?
Push this
Did you
motherfucker!
see
I
what
swear.
happened between Finn Balor and flipping Elias?
Or what at the Shield?
It was a live event.
Oh, in the last
That live event, whoa, pointless. Pause it. Pointless. Like Did you not watch it?
Yeah, I saw the
I won't
match.
lie to you, man. Oh, Finn, I don't know. I like
Yeah, I'm
you.
not gonna. I'm off Finn, but
I love Finn, bro.
I love him, but I'm
you.
off him. I can't be
like
bothered.
you. I like you. I like
Until
you,
he
man.
turns heel, I can't be bothered.
I got a
with him.
soft spot
Oh,
for
that
Finn.
was-
He needs to turn heel.
He needs to turn heel. I'm so bored of him.
The
I'm not even
baby
lie
face.
to you.
It's just I'm getting
Got
bored.
a place in
so-
my heart. He's a Tottenham fan as well. I got a good place in my heart. I love him,
so
fam.
bored of
Love
him.
him so much.
But Andrade, I can watch him all day in the ring.
Oh yeah.
I can watch him all day in the ring from start to finish. He makes an impact from start to finish, and he can change the match like that. That when he does that knee up, that
elbow
knee,
thing.
oh,
Cold, innit?
finesse!
Cold.
I say finesse.
Cold.
I say it with my chest. He finessed.
I feel like this is random, yeah. I feel like if
And he's with Charlotte.
if Andrade marries Ashley Flair, aka Charlotte, I feel like he should incorporate the figure four leg lock into his moveset.
Yeah.
But having a mad thing where he puts a figure four leg lock and then does like a cartwheel and he flips you over as well.
He might do something mad like
Do you know
that. I wouldn't be surprised.
what I mean? You know what I mean?
Like, I see Charlotte doing that tranquilo thing.
Oh yeah.
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 I can see her doing that.
What he's what do
That
you mean?
pose thing where he does that thing.
Oh
Yeah, I've seen her do that.
And the thing is, them being a couple is mad random because when I first heard about it, I was like,
It's cute
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
nah,
It's
this
cute.
is a
If
lie.
you
It has
ask
to
the girl
be
for it,
it has to be
Yeah,
fake.
it's random.
Until I started seeing all the pictures and I was like, raw, they actually
I was like,
together.
Andrade, swear down.
It's cute though, man. See the pictures together. I'm like, oh, bless, man.
Trust
cute,
me,
nice.
I was really like Andrade. Okay,
Yeah,
go
man.
on, mate.
Apparently, that's the reason why he got drafted back to SmackDown, isn't it? Because remember, he got drafted from SmackDown to Raw.
And then what's it? Alistair Black and is in
Yeah.
SmackDown now.
And
as
then
well. That's
now
like
you
Zelina Vega's back
exactly.
there as well.
That
Oh,
fair
so-
power.
Boy, it's that flair power
Yeah, you
in
know
there.
that
No one else
awesome.
could get that.
Daddy, come.
Before I know they used to always like split people up. Like if your boyfriend's on, if you and your boyfriend are on Raw, one of you are gonna be on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Is that what they're done with Lita and Matt Hardy, innit?
Yeah. That's why she ended up cheating.
They done it with Nikki and John.
Nikki and who?
Okay, and John.
John Cena.
Did they do it with Nikki and John?
Probably.
I think them times John was flirting.
But John was he was a free agent.
Yeah.
Innit?
Wow. Oh yeah. By the way, yeah. This is Can we move on? Or are you still talking about?
I'll go through.
You see how WWE managed to get flipping Undertaker off that Starcade thing?
Oh, the
I heard about
Starcast
that.
thing.
I heard about that. Yeah.
Apparently, Undertaker's not on there no more, fam.
Yeah,
Undertaker's
him
someone
and
else.
Kurt Angle.
Kurt
Kurt Angle's
Angle,
between
yeah, they've
us
been
as
removed.
well.
I know this
Can I
is
say, I'm sorry, why Kurt Angle, bruv? The guy can't even do an angle slam properly, bruv.
Yeah.
Get the hell out of here. I'm sorry, bruv. Kurt Angle, you're a great wrestler in that, but Undertaker can probably do a better job now. He's lost weight. I mean, he's probably more.
But
I just feel
he's
like
done
at
his
this moment in
surgery
time,
as well.
WWE just want to flex their power. That's
They do.
the
Like they're doing right now with Luke Harper. Free Luke Harper though.
Yeah,
man.
they're finessing him, bro.
Yeah, that's
Bro,
unfair.
you've been following on. You've been following that very closely. I'm seeing on tweets, innit?
Not really. I just.
It always comes from you. Whenever I see it, it comes from you. So, bro, explain to people what's happening, fam. 'cause
So, just plain and simply, Luke Harper doesn't want to be in the WWE anymore. Like, there's nothing more you can say about that.
Everyone hating the WWE right nowadays, isn't it?
Godos left. Godos left. Come, but apparently he had to get Vince McMahon had to get twanged.
Yeah.
For Godos to leave.
Swear down.
Yeah, bro. So Godos is now fine.
Yeah, I see that when he left.
But we have to deep. I feel like this year's probably been the worst in terms of like wrestlers wanting to leave.
Yeah,
and-
yeah.
You never heard that. You never heard wrestlers
It's,
to
it's
leave.
rare.
It's a bit
Like,
horrible.
of course, people get released and people end up leaving. But this year, it's always like I've heard a lot of
transfers.
people wanting to actually like
Yeah.
get their request
Revival were teasing it for time.
for time.
So.
But you know what it just shows now, that the wrestling scene is growing, that you can make your money without the WWE.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
You can
definitely.
become a millionaire, and because of that now, money's not controlling everyone now. That's
Yeah.
what you've got to understand. See, back then WWE was such a giant. Yeah, TNA was there in the background, but they could only pay you so much. I feel with the WWE, you could almost like Vince would be like, "Hey, look, I have 100K just to be in this."
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He'd be like, "Oh, fuck it, I can't."
And the
say
indie
no, innit?"
circuit wasn't really as tight as
as
it
tight,
was
exactly.
before.
Now, Ring of Honor, you can make a good income, and
Yeah.
you can chill there now.
And a lot of these independent
Impact.
companies are like they're
You can chill there now.
partnering up with a lot of these TV companies.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
There's
Spike
a lot of
and
money.
other channels.
There's a lot of money in it now. Like,
Defo.
a lot of wrestlers they don't look at WWE and think,
Like, even
you know
British
what?
wrestling as well.
That's where I need. That's where I want my career to go. You could be doing indie circuits and still become a millionaire.
Now, what's that wrestling show? I think it comes up on Channel 5 sometimes in the morning or something like that.
World of Sport?
Oh, that comes on ITV.
No, not World of Sport, bro. I think it's ITV. It's a new type of wrestling.
What with British wrestling?
Oh yeah, British wrestling.
Yeah,
I
World
can't
of
remember
Sport.
what it's called.
What's sport?
Sure.
No, World of Sports was like all Big Daddy and that. That's back in the day.
No, World of
No,
Sport.
it's
No,
come
new
back.
thing.
Come back.
They can come back.
Yeah.
That's in that couple.
That's what-
That's why WWE made up WWE UK, NXT UK.
Whoa, okay.
I remember you told me that.
Yeah, that's why they came up NXT UK. They're trying. Listen, WWE. That's the thing with WWE. I
World of
respect
Sport
them
coming
because
back like that. They're legends though. You can't sleep for them.
Trust me.
That's territory days. Like
You know what I'm
they're
saying?
serious.
Like for me, I respect WWE on the angle of like, I get it as a business. you'd want to go around the world and get all the main talent, but then you have to deep it. The fact that you're monopolizing, you're getting all these top stars in all of their different indie routes. Now bring them into WWE, they're gonna be lost.
But what you've got to understand, the old school dons are now going to the independent.
Yeah.
Like Billy Gunn's with AEW, bro. Like that's a
he's
great
behind-
mind there.
he's behind
You
the
got
scene,
Jericho.
yeah.
You got to understand the minds behind what's going on now.
No, of course.
Like
Is DDP helping out AEW as well?
yeah, he is.
I
I don't know.
Even
But a
Jim
lot
Ross
of,
is there.
but a lot of
Jim Ross is
yeah,
there.
Jim Ross. But a
That's-
lot of
I think
old
that's the biggest transfer.
yeah, Jim
easily.
Ross.
That's like Ronaldo go to.
Yeah, real.
Because the thing with Jim Ross is a scout too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's game changers because he discovered he discovered a couple wrestlers actually. Did he discover?
I saw you brought in Stone
I'm
Cold.
gonna
Did
say
he?
it wrong.
You bring Stone Cold on my
Not
line.
Stone Cold, but there was one wrestler. I can't remember who he
I think he brought
discovered.
in Kurt Angle. Because I know he was
It
head
was
of,
Kurt. It was Kurt. It was Kurt.
I know he was head of talent
Talent
yeah,
relations.
days,
at the
like
time.
them days, like late 90s. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was Kurt. So maybe like a lot of wrestlers like towards like
I think he did get Kurt. I can't remember the story, but I think he did get Kurt.
yeah, most
I
probably.
definitely know he got Stone Cold because him and Stone Cold got this proper relationship.
Yeah, good friend.
Yeah.
What else has been happening?
Fam, have you watched Dark Side of the Ring? I feel like I'm jumping,
Yeah,
fam.
I watched it. Have you heard of
Nah,
that?
I've never heard of that.
What?
What is that?
Guys, if you're listening to this podcast, like if you're a big wrestling fan, as you call, like if you want to call yourself that, watch the Dark Side of the Ring. It really explains stuff and it puts a lot of stuff into perspective. So every episode is a different person. So the first episode, you watched the Macho Man episode.
Yeah, the what Macho Man and Miss
That
Elizabeth.
was great.
That
I
was
enjoyed
sick.
that. I enjoyed that because I never got to hear that side of the story, and I've always heard the WWE side of the story, and
Where's
it's always
it on
quite
network?
short.
No, it's
I
on. You can find it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The voice quite short of like, oh, Miss Elizabeth died like this, and no, that Miss Elizabeth just died, and we didn't hear about the backing of the story of her and Lex Luger, like Lex Luger abusing her and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And it was nice to see how they captured it. They had Mick Foley narrating it and stuff. What's been your favorite? What do you say is your favorite episode? Yeah,
What, they got Mick Foley in it?
Yeah.
Mick Foley's he's narrating it.
So the 3 episodes they've got out so far is
Bruiser Brody.
Bruiser Brody,
That's
Macho
a great
Man and Miss Elizabeth, and the Montreal ScrewJob.
Oh
For
wow! the
me,
Montreal
it's
Screwjob.
probably the Bruiser Brody one, you know.
Yeah, that touched me.
I think it's
That
probably the
touched
Bruiser
me.
Brody one.
Do you know, because it had like a crime scene investigation
Yeah.
thing into it.
Because my thing is, I've always like from watching back, I've always enjoyed a lot of Bruiser Brody's matches, but it's mad because I always looked at him as like a madman. I never actually saw him as someone
It's my
playing the
first time hearing
character.
about him.
I was there.
Yeah, I've never heard of. I've heard about Bruiser Brody, but I didn't know how he looked.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I knew about Bruiser Brody, but I didn't
Yeah.
actually know like how he looked and stuff. And
Yeah, so it was just like my first time actually like seeing him as like not Bruiser Brody, but someone
different. Yeah,
different. You know what I'm saying? So watching it, I was just like raw, and to see how much of a star he was as well, and he didn't even make it into he didn't even get into the WWE, and the plans that he had of like wanting to have his own like wrestling territories, and it was fucked. But no, it's probably one of my favorite ones.
And even big up Tony Atlas, man. He made me sad.
Oh,
bro.
Tony Atlas as well.
Tony Atlas, he's the MVP, fam. Like he made me sad in that documentary. But listen, you need a guy like Tony Atlas in the change room at all times.
If you haven't got a friend like Tony Atlas, because fam, the way Tony Atlas rode for Bruiser Brody,
for Brody, fam, he nearly got killed for it.
fam, he nearly died. Fam,
Oh,
it's fucked.
fam. Listen,
And I liked all 3 of them, but I think the Bruiser Brody one
was
for
one,
me.
yeah. Montreal ScrewJob was sick because it put me in like a situation. It put me like in a position where
Bro,
I
I'm
was
gonna
like,
watch this.
That's
Did
what
this-
I'm saying.
nah,
I
it's-
watched this.
you see when Scott Hall spoke?
Yeah.
Fam, I was thinking to myself, did this actually really happen then? Because Scott Hall said, if Bret Hart if this was real, then they would have cut when Bret Hart started doing this.
Yeah.
They would have cut cameras, but they left the camera rolling, and also they would have what else did he say? He said something else about another cut. He would have said
He
that
said that what's it called? When Bret Hart spat in Vince McMahon's face,
they would have cut that.
he would have cut that straight away.
They would have cut that straight
Like
away.
it's
The
so
camera
mad.
followed
Like it's proper mad to see that. Okay, cool. They've explained the whole situation of like the
So you're
whole.
telling me the whole
Montreal-
thing could be fake.
Basically, a few wrestlers in the industry think it's a whole work. They feel like
yeah.
Bret Hart was in on it.
Yeah.
It's so fucked. And
weird.
because when you listen to a lot of these people's perspectives, it's like, wait, what? Like,
It
it's
blows your
so
mind,
mad.
it
It's like a different plot twist. It's like, wait, so these men are involved, but then you also think that this guy was involved in it as well. It's so fucked.
It's like a best
And then
kept secret
just hearing
type
everyone's
thing.
account of what happened after, so like El Hebner.
El Hebner was
but you got to remember, El Hebner's a very respected referee.
No, that day.
Listen,
El
as
Hebner
soon
was a
as
different man.
as soon as
the bell rang, yeah.
as soon as the bell rang, he ran.
JR, did JR cut? Who cut as well? Someone else cut from the thing. Jim Cornette cut as well.
Cornette's controversial though. Cornette, very controversial.
Dude Love was stuck in the back in it.
Yeah, Jim Cornette was like he ran as fast as he can, and the only person that ran faster than him that had already left, and that was El Hebner. But you know how he blinks off in it. It was so mad, and even up to the point of what's it called, Vince Russo, because basically at this point they were speaking about who gave Vince McMahon the idea for the what's it called.
So can you just explain to the people the Montreal ScrewJob, if that's okay? Because you know what, that's a very, very crucial moment in wrestling. Period.
History.
Period.
So
do you want to explain?
I'm shit explain, but I'll give it a go. If I miss anything, jump in.
Sure.
So the Montreal ScrewJob happened in, was it Survivor Series?
Correct.
Yeah.
Or SummerSlam.
I want to say Survivor
Summer
Series.
Survive Series.
I think so. Don't quote me.
Yeah, Survive Series
Oh,
97.
sorry, 97.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. Correct.
Yeah.
And it was a matchup between Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels. The plan from Bret Hart's side was that he was actually going to lose. He was actually going to win the match and vacate the title
The next night.
Obviously, Vince McMahon had other plans of literally just like damaging him and just saying, "Do not forget it. You're going to lose the title on the night if you like, whether you like it or not." Prior to that, Vince McMahon and Bret Hart had a meeting on the night, and they were like, "So Vince, I'm going to win tonight, yeah." And Vince said yes, and he goes, "I'm going to vacate the title tomorrow, yeah. Don't quote me word for word, but this is what I remember." And Vince McMahon was like, "Yes, you can give the title away tomorrow. Cool." So the match happened. They were going head to head, and this has been like a rivalry that's been pending from time. I didn't know they had serious beef.
Yeah, they hated each other.
So they proper hate each other. So when you watch the match didn't start until like 10 minutes later when they both got in the ring. They were fighting outside for time. It's cool. The match ended with Shawn Michaels putting Bret Hart in a sharpshooter.
Yeah.
But as soon as he put him in a sharpshooter, El Hebner was told to ring the bell. And that's weird. You never see that. How can no one can have a tap from that? Then obviously Bret Hart lost. Bret Hart was angry. Bret Hart went out to the ring, spat in Shawn Michaels' face, and he felt like he was.
Because what you have to
shagged.
understand, it was Shawn who put Bret in the sharpshooter.
Yeah.
You gotta understand that's Bret's finisher,
He
bro.
had his own move on me.
Mocking.
And what's even nuts is that
Mocking.
Shawn
You're
Michaels
not
didn't even
taking
put it
in.
on properly. That's
Exactly.
the thing.
Yeah, that's
he
what
didn't
Bret
do it
Hart said.
properly. So Bret's had
properly.
to move his leg a completely
Yeah, Bret
different way.
Hart had to move his leg for him.
Yeah.
Like that whole documentary is fucked because it's such a mind fuck because it's like, okay, cool. It now gets into a segment of Vince Russo and Jim Cornette having a meeting with Vince McMahon, and they're both taking credit for. So Vince Russo trying to say that he's the one that told Vince McMahon about the finish, and then Jim Cornette's now saying the same thing. Like, no, how can it be Vince Russo that said that I'm the one that said it? He probably went to the toilet because them two, like Jim Cornette hates Vince Russo.
Yeah.
Like it's
So
so.
watch that, the end of the documentary. Haha. I can never watch it. I think that's the best ending to a documentary ever. He said, "I'll piss on his." Yeah.
Cornette's a madman, though.
Mad.
Cornette's a man.
He's an
I've heard him say
absolute
some
madman.
erratic things about wrestlers.
Like if you watch any of his shoot interviews, you could always his shoot interviews.
a mad stuff, yeah.
There was one
Mad.
interview
This
that I was
guy's
watching where he was like,
nuts.
he was talking about all the people in the wrestling industry that he hates.
Yeah.
And Jim Cornette was
Fucking
Vince Russo's number one. He was like, listen, I'm going to stay alive to piss on this guy's
I remember my man. I said, my man stuck it on Brock Lesnar. Said, "Bruv, I will shoot Brock Lesnar." I said, "Yo."
From that moment
I said,
there?
"Yo."
He said that? From
Jim
that moment
Cornette.
there?
I said, "Yo."
He said that.
Yes.
What was this? Can you-
This was back in. I think it was
said he would
during.
shoot Brock Lesnar?
It was during. It was during. I think is it CZW days.
Wait, he was in CCW.
He probably went there. I know he was part of Ring of
Guy's a
Honor.
journey, man.
Nah, fam, he's been
I think I'm
everywhere.
Jim Cornette, man.
But I think Lesnar. I think it was backstage, and I think Lesnar was just being a bully, and I think he must have, I don't know, tried it with someone. Cornette's got involved, and Cornette's like, "Listen, I can't lie to you. I can't fight you, but I can definitely shoot you. I will definitely shoot you."
He took it to the roads, bro.
I said, "Bro," that's what I said. Woo! Cornette don't give a
I'll be
shit.
I'll have to F5 you before you shoot me, fam.
Yeah, bro.
I'll throw
It's
you,
mad.
F5, like you throw them over there.
And obviously Lesnar didn't do nothing, innit? Man probably shoot him, innit? It's crazy.
Back to the Bruiser Brody thing. I need to watch more Dilla the Butcher matches. I feel like I haven't actually graced him as enough.
Yeah, he cut himself bare times, innit? Eesh.
I was never really into the whole
block.
Butcher,
Yeah.
no.
Do you know what it is? I feel like there's a limit to
Did
wrestling.
he fight Ric
Yeah.
Flair?
Yeah, he's probably
He has.
There's a limit to wrestling for me, fam, and I feel like he's my limit. No, it's not even he's my limit. Who's my limit? Who's your limit to wrestling? Who's the guy where you said, you know, after this match, I can't watch any other matches because it's too bloody for me. It's too much. Sandman's my limit.
I don't even think Sandman matches were that bad.
Nah, I don't think
That's what I'm
that.
trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. When after Sandman, there's crazy people that will stab you with all this sorts of shit.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Who's your limit? Actually, no, Cactus Jack is
That's
my
what I was
limit.
gonna say. I was gonna say Cactus
Cactus
Jack.
But then again, what Cactus Jack are we talking about? WWE Cactus Jack.
I think
or
Terry
Japan
Funk.
Cactus
I
Jack?
think Terry Funk. I'm sorry if you want to go
Terry Funk's your limit.
Terry Funk is a savage.
I mean, as in, you can watch his match without doing this. Like, as in, can you watch Terry Funk's matches without like squeezing your face?
I think Sabu's probably my limit. I think Sabu's my limit. I won't even lie to you.
What Sabu are
a
you
bit
talking
mad,
about
though.
here? Are you talking
Like
about Sabu
ECW,
TNA?
nah, ECW Sabu. That's my limit. This guy that he would jump on the table by himself with no one asked him. He would just do a front flip.
Jeff Hardy's a bit loony. I'm scared sometimes when he does.
Nah,
some
he's
certain
a good
things.
limit. He's a calm limit. He's mild. He's like mild.
It's like lemon and herb.
He'll jump from
Just
anywhere.
let me know.
He'll jump from anywhere. He'll jump from anywhere.
Fam, if you want to talk about disgusting limits, yeah, there's Darren Ambrose in CCW. What?
Yeah.
Man was using
Dean
Blade.
Ambrose. Dean
Where's a
Ambrose.
blade?
Was it Dean Ambrose, isn't it?
Huh?
Who did you say?
Dean Ambrose.
I thought you said Darren.
He said
I
Darren.
was like, he's
That's a Darren Ambrose.
Yeah, you did. That's
Wait,
cheeky. I'm
don't
cheeky. I'm cheeky.
Did you say that?
No, he did say Darren Ambrose.
He said it, but
Bro, check the recording, bro. Check the recording.
He said,
Dean Ambrose was savage though, but I know what you mean. Back in them days.
What was it called back then?
John Moxley.
John Moxley, yeah, that's it, yeah.
There was another wrestler in
Moxley.
CZW. I don't know if you lot remember. His name was Sick Nick Mondo.
Yes.
This guy.
Yes.
Was,
I have
used to write
glimpses
Sick.
on his
He used
head.
to-
I have
yeah,
glimpses.
I used to wear
I
like
have
neon
glimpses.
green.
knee pads. I have glimpses. I have glimpses.
Fucked, man.
Was he mad? Or
No,
sick,
he's
sick,
mad.
yes, Mondo Nick. Oh, this guy. Okay.
I used to always create him in SmackDown vs Raw.
Is he
too
crazy?
sick.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
Nuts.
he is crazy, fam. He was on death matches bare times. I can really see.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever Cactus Jack got them thumbtacks, whenever you got that out, yeah, oh my skin, fam.
Thumbtack. I don't even know.
couldn't do it.
Do you know, I've seen
So what? Who's the most sadistic wrestler you think in wrestling?
ever.
Yeah, sadistic.
As you talking about in terms of wrestling style, in terms of like promo or
All round, fuck it. All round, because
Ooh.
that's a very tough one.
That is a very
but I
good
will
one.
say that because it's all round. You can't just be sadistic in the ring, man. I need it as a complete person.
Yeah. That's a tough one. I ain't gonna lie to you.
oh shit, I got two.
I
right
don't
now,
like being biased though, so I'll keep it easy. But
I was gonna say Undertaker.
I was.
What
I think it was
Undertaker?
You
sadistic.
can be very sadistic.
Which
back in the
Undertaker,
day.
Which one?
I'm talking ministry.
Yeah.
Sacrificing. Listen, it's different. Man sacrificed Boss Man on top of the Hell in a Cell. On top of the cage, bro. My man hung. I swear he hung
him,
Big
yeah,
Boss
he
Man.
hung
He
him,
hung
yeah.
him on
Yeah.
live TV, cuz. Who was the sadistic? This is what I'm trying to say. It's Takeoff. Takeoff. Of course, you know it's Undertaker.
I've got two guys in my head right now, fam, but I don't know if I can say the second guy.
Who's the second guy?
Sammy Callahan.
Okay.
After me seeing him whack that guy's head with a bat, and after me seeing he spat on Rich one?
Yeah.
He spat on his face and a spit. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah.
That looked like flipping Eminem. Do you know? I'm Slim Shady. You know? It was the video. And he spat on the idiot. Oh, fuck that, man.
That's disgusting. I remember.
And Mick
I
Foley,
remember.
Mick Foley's one of the most sadistic for me, man.
When he gets into you.
Yeah. And the Rock with the 90. You know the Rock is
Oh, the all black.
yeah, the all black. That Rock there.
I've slightly got someone actually. Edge.
That's
People
what I was
sleep on
thinking.
Edge.
I was even gonna go.
Fuck's sake.
I was even gonna
Like,
go Edge, or I was gonna go like old school Randy Orton, like Legend Killer.
Yeah.
Oh my god, how can I not forget Randy Orton?
Yeah, that's my guy.
That
bro.
guy is sick as well.
Like Legend Killer vibes back then.
Yeah.
When he kissed
Yeah.
Stephanie.
He was
Orton
disgusting,
didn't give
fam.
a shit.
I'm trying to think.
I was gonna give you Brock Lesnar because you remember Brock Lesnar wiped flipping Zach Gowen's
You
blood.
would ever forget Zach Gowen.
never
Man
forget
came
that.
down the stairs. Man came down the stairs. Man threw like a baseball bat, and he always every time on Twitter he has to say something about Brock Lesnar.
All the
Swear.
time.
All the time. All the time.
That's funny.
It's nuts.
I think you're sadistic. You got more or less pretty much Terry Funk.
Yeah, it's very
Terry Funk is
sadistic.
Pretty sadistic. Shane Douglas in ECW. He was pretty sadistic.
What about Vampiro?
Yeah, he was pretty. Yeah, Vampiro. Yeah.
What did he? What? I just remember he used to bleed bears, bro. He used to have bloody matches.
Yeah, Vampiro could work.
Raven.
Raven, yeah.
He was very dark.
Very dark.
Very underutilized. Babatunde, NXT.
This guy, bro.
Nah, Raven gives me chills, you know. That actually gave me a bit of a chill down my spine. He was very dark.
He was so underutilized in WWE.
Was it Maven? Sorry, not Raven.
Maven.
Maven. Oh, wow, Raven. Oh, man got confused with the one. He kicked out the Undertaker at the Royal Rumble. Sorry, I'll never forget that day. Sorry. Raven.
Tough enough, cuz.
Yeah, sorry. That waste. Yeah, for real. Raven. Sorry about that.
Hey, by the way, yeah. Sorry, we're going off here. You see Undertaker's comment on Braun Strowman's picture of his family.
What did he say?
I ain't seen it.
Let me get it, fam. Undertaker was like, Braun Strowman put a picture of him and his mum and dad. I think his mum and dad, innit? Or his grandma. Let me see.
Undertaker will say something stupid. I
He
guarantee.
did. I can't lie. He said something stupid. Let me find it. What's things? Adam. Yeah.
Adam sure.
So, is he deleted it? Oh, he put a picture up here and he goes, "So awesome! I got to perform in front of my family tonight. My grandpa has never seen me live, so it was an honor." Undertaker then posted this on the thingy of Braun Strowman's picture. I know what they're probably doing after the show. What the fuck? Wait, is Undertaker right? No, look at that.
Wow.
Is Undertaker right? Look. You got me.
These old school wrestlers are
I
different
swear.
breeds,
What's he on, bro?
He's old age still.
yeah, that's what I mean. It's old school
No,
wrestlers.
but what's he?
Different breed.
I don't understand that comment from. That looks scary. Could have texted him that, you know.
Is that Undertaker? Check if it's verified.
That is Undertaker.
Swear down, Mark.
Yeah, that's him. 1.8 million from.
Yeah, bro. 1.8 million.
What have the fans said?
Everyone's just laughing on Twitter, innit? Yeah, whoa, 83 replies. After a thingy, Braun Strowman replied, Undertaker, stop it. Just stop it.
Stop it.
Wait,
Calm down.
Is Undertaker trying to do some, what do you call it? Some mystic, what's the word? Is he trying to tell us something from this?
Maybe he's just gonna say they're gonna shmee off.
No.
That's what I'm thinking.
I'm really trying to think about it. Wait,
I'm
there's only
reading
one
into
thing
this
they will do,
topic.
innit?
I'm reading this probably. I think Undertaker might be doing like some sort of thing where he's gonna say like he's gonna have a last match with Braun Strowman and get his family involved. No,
You're tweaking.
I don't know. I'm thinking it. Look, I'm always gonna have to do it from.
You're thinking way too much.
That was
I don't
way.
know.
I'm guessing he's just
But
saying
it's
they're gonna
calm.
shmee
That's,
off.
that's what I got from it, man.
I'm just throwing it out there. Innit? You know what I mean, from.
It could happen though.
Yeah, bro.
What of a match and his parents get involved?
But you know, no, not the parents. But I mean, they'll
Actually,
have
I'll be
to-
with for his friends.
I mean, Taker and Strowman, but they'll have to get Strowman at a level in which he's completely unstoppable for a very long time, and then someone will have to stop him, and then everyone hears dum, then it's curtains.
Wait, Undertaker will be done to stop him.
Why not?
Fair enough.
when there's flipping
I don't like that. Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Why not?
No, fair enough. I'm fair enough.
You know what? I feel like this new Undertaker now, from everything, all the protein shakes he's been taking, and he's looking all slim and that. I feel like he's back, man.
Do you think he can beat Brock Lesnar?
Undertaker now.
Yeah.
Zoinks. He's gonna.
Braun Strowman now can't even beat Brock Lesnar. How many times?
One F5, you know. One F5 done, man.
What was that pay per view? Was it Royal Rumble when Brock Lesnar beats the hell? And I mean beats like ting, bow. I think it was Royal Rumble. Was it Royal Rumble?
Against Braun.
Yeah. What was it? Braun, I think he messed him up, beat him up. Brock Lesnar beat
Yeah, I
him
think it
up.
was
I don't think Brock Lesnar's ever manhandled Braun, you know. I think maybe Big
What?
Show. Maybe Big
Bro,
Show.
they remember.
Yeah, Big Show's manhandled Braun.
He's no. I mean,
wait,
Brock
no,
Lesnar
Lesnar has.
manhandled Big Show.
Oh no, he's
manhandled Big Show.
Brock Lesnar battered Braun Strowman their last match.
Yeah, beat him up. Do you remember
Destroyed
that?
him.
Beat him up badly. I think that was a punishment, you know.
He finished him with one F5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never forget that.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
He battered him.
Yeah, but Big Show has beaten up Brock Lesnar though. I think it was. Was it all the? I think it was a Royal Rumble before Chris Benoit won it, and Paul Heyman was Big Show's manager.
Oh,
Do you remember that? I think that's when Brock Lesnar was a face.
face. Yeah. I remember. But Brock Lesnar, that guy used to do belly to belly suplexes with Big Show like it's normal. You guys are freak.
Bro, you said you're shooting star presses. Bro.
Yeah, man, guys are freak.
You can't seem to do that no more, boy.
No way.
That guy is too lazy.
He can't be bothered.
lazy.
Guy can't be bothered.
You know what? Yeah, I don't think he's lazy. I just think he performs when he wants to.
Yeah, he actually can't be bothered. I'm being deadly serious. He can't be bothered.
If I was making the money he was making, listen, I'll chop twice a year.
Yeah.
Man goes to Raw just for an appearance and makes $500,000. I'm done.
But then again, I can't lie. Being in that audience and seeing her and Brock Lesnar dun will gas you.
Gas.
Of course.
It's nice to hear.
Yeah, you
You
will
know
get
what I'm saying?
gas. You have to hear that.
And I feel like he delivers all the time. Anyways, like I've never the last few stints that he's done, I haven't really been disappointed by anything that he's done.
I don't get
Like,
disappointed.
He
by
delivers. You know what I'm saying?
Brock, when I like it when someone steps up to the plate because Brock is the man.
Yeah.
So someone that you know, okay, this is gonna be mad. Like I wanted Drew to really get it with Brock. That would have changed. Or
Yeah,
Bobby
that's
Lashley,
what I wanted to get
or
rid of.
Bobby
Yeah.
Lashley, or even Batista.
Listen, I want
Certain people I wanted.
Matt
okay.
Riddle versus Brock. I want that.
Oh,
Matt
okay.
Riddle. What?
I would kill for that. I can really
That's
kill.
what I need, bruv. I need
someone
that
for
in my veins, bruv. I need that in my veins, bruv.
So wait, you really want Riddle to face Brock Lesnar?
Yeah.
That'll be alright.
It'll be alright, but you'll get fucked up. I'm sorry.
I don't think he would, you know.
You sure?
I think that would be a solid match.
Yeah, that would be a
Don't
great
sleep
match,
on
bro.
him.
Okay.
I think that'd be a solid match.
Okay.
Don't sleep on him.
You think it'll be a solid
If it was
match?
AJ 10 years ago, I'll say AJ.
You think it'll be a solid match?
Yeah.
Yeah, easily. Or something.
If it was AJ 10 years ago, I'll
I
say
feel like Brock
AJ.
Lesnar would have something. Huh?
If it was AJ 10 years ago, I'll say AJ.
Well,
Or against Brock.
AJ 10 years ago in TNA. At his best.
Against Brock 10 years ago.
2000.
That'll be live. Furthermore, yes, that'll be epic. AJ now is old and he
It
can't
is.
do what he can
Yeah,
do.
yeah,
AJ used
yeah,
to
I think-
jump.
I think it would be a
AJ
good
used to
match.
jump here. Actually, I'm pissing. I used to do it in school, innit? But AJ used to run at the ring, yeah, and jump at the ring, like, and do like a shooting star press outside of the ring. So man won't jump on top of the ropes. No, man's jumping from the ring outside the ring, bro. Like he's a different level. If you watch TNA and watch AJ at his peak, man, then will be saying, "Yes, Sam, you're damn right, bruv. I'm telling you."
Poster boy AJ Styles, fam. Not the AJ Styles that came back after the leather jacket, fam.
No, not that one. No. He's
The one that-
all rusty, man. He's just a good striker. That's what I think.
Angle doing what's it called? You know when you get someone and you like German suplex them into the to the turnbuckle.
Yeah.
Buckle, yeah.
Buckle, yeah. Have you seen the video of Angle doing it to AJ Styles?
Nah.
I think it was his debut or something at TNA. It was a while back. Angle just came out on a mad one, fam.
Probably did. Kurt Angle headbutted
That's a
Samoa
fan.
Joe. That was disgusting.
That was disgusting,
Yeah.
fam.
Kurt Angle
That
was
was
savage
real.
as well.
That was his debut, innit?
Yeah, that's when he was on drugs, though, innit? Man was on drugs.
Was on drugs?
Yeah, he was on
Yeah,
drugs
he's
doing
been on
TNA.
He
drugs,
used to be
Man,
called Perk Angle. He was on the Percocets.
man was on drugs, bro. Man
Percocets.
was on drugs back then, bro.
Why do you think he was doing front flips
Same
everywhere?
as Jeff Hardy.
You know what I'm
You see,
saying?
I would like TNA was a dark place, bro.
Yeah,
All
it
them
was.
lot were on drugs out here, man. All them.
Yeah, I don't think they used to do like drug checks in
Yeah,
TNA.
it was a dark place.
That's why there's an interview I was watching with Rob Van Dam.
I was literally gonna say
This
the same
guy,
thing.
he said that he
Literally,
wrestled
bruv.
100% of his matches high.
Yeah,
Like he was high for every single one of his
In
matches.
TNA.
yeah.
Or in W.
All his matches, he said.
swear.
He was high for
But
every single one of them.
Then they do drug tests.
That's the thing. That's what I'm
But
shocked about.
things been saying he's been doing drug tests. Apparently, time ago when Jeff Hardy got kicked out of wrestling when Here Comes the Pain came out,
Yeah.
it was because he failed a drug test. Do you remember that? Do you remember that rumor?
Yeah,
I remember.
And I was gonna say, isn't that a good thing that RVD is high and mellow before his match? Because that's gonna allow him to fly, no? Now, not fly, but it's gonna allow him to do more. Do you know what I mean?
Get out.
Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Hey, Sam. What do we smoke that day? Yeah? Do you know what I mean?
As a fellow stoner.
I don't promote drugs, fam.
I don't
promote
smoke
that,
weed,
guys.
but I'm just saying, do you know what I mean? Isn't that a good thing for him?
Wait, are you hearing this logic?
I know, it's pretty weird.
Wow,
fam.
It's pretty weird.
Wait, repeat that again. Repeat
The
what
only,
you
the
said.
only thing that makes me relate to it is that he will be more focused because he's paranoid. He'll be like,
Yeah, do you know what I mean? I don't say it's a good. Wait,
He
me
said he will be high so that way he can fly.
I get that analogy. If he's trying to take the piss, the
Yeah.
actual
No.
cunt-
What I'm trying to say is, what I'm trying to say is that he's more. I can't even articulate myself properly, but whoever's watching this to understand, fam.
By the way, yeah, I'm so sorry. You're gonna have to take off my. I said a nasty word. I said the C word, but just cut that.
That's cool, man.
What's he word? What cunt?
Yeah.
Oh, you're fine.
Oh, cunt's fine.
Yeah.
You know what? You know, 'cause I say some weird, I say not weird things, but I say some aggressive things that just come out my mouth. I'm trying to just tame it down. You know what I mean? Just check all the episodes before. Wrestlings. Check every single episode. You know what I mean? Normal.
What else? What we saying? Yeah,
You know what? I was gonna say this. There was a match. I'm really starting to like Shinsuke now. I feel like he's put more effort.
He doesn't seem
Like he done some move, yeah.
When
He was
when he
bottom
sit down
rope.
the ring,
yeah. Too much finesse. Hey, and even when he starts kicking, it's like I just like it. I like Shinsuke.
Seeing that live is sick though.
Yeah, man. I like Shinsuke, man. I'm starting to like him now.
He's starting to look inspired. Like, he wants
Like,
to-
he's starting to move around now.
I
Like,
still don't
okay.
understand the pairing with him and Rusev though. For me,
I guess they're just kick central, innit?
International clashes, isn't it?
Like I remember when it was them lot against the Usos. Oh, I loved that match. Anyway, that was hard.
Listen,
Just
anything
kicks
Usos,
everywhere.
Anything
Yeah,
Usos,
for me, I
man.
think they're the best tag team in the world.
Well, why do you think I bought the
100%.
tag belt? I love the Usos, fam.
Usos are definitely the best
Coldest.
tag team in the world right
Nah,
now.
they're definitely the
Easy,
best tag
easy.
team in the world.
What, think better than Young Bucks?
That's the match I want to see.
I would love to see that match. That would just be
central.
super kicks all over. Literally just
kick,
hella super kick.
Reverse kick.
Are they better than Young Bucks? For me, I feel like they are.
Young Bucks
I
are
would
hard
say
though,
so.
but they are, man.
Young Bucks are hard.
I
but
feel like the Usos are more crisp. The way they move, the way they just float off each other, and it's beautiful, man. Like even when they tag, yeah. I think there was one time where I think I don't know what twin, to be honest. I don't know who's who. But I remember they wanted to jump out the ring, and man just tagged him, flew
the
out the
rope.
ring.
Yeah, cold
Man
as-
comes in the ring. I'm like, he's just finesse it all. They just finesse and their promos as well. Come on, Rikishi must be proud, man.
besides the Young Bucks, who else would you like to see the Usos face? Like, what would be a dream tag team match for you guys?
Revival. Easily.
What, Dead or Alive? Not Dead or Alive, but as in like
Anyone? Yeah, can say Dead or Alive.
Oh, Dead or Alive then. Cool.
Dudley Boys. That would be interesting.
Did they meet?
They might.
Yeah, I think they fought already.
Maybe in
Yeah,
an
yeah,
old
yeah,
gimmick
I was
though.
gonna say,
I don't think it was the new gimmick.
Not the new gimmick. Yeah.
Because one of my favorite tag teams ever of all time, yeah, is Legion of Doom.
Oh, Hawk and
So Road
Animal.
Warriors, yeah. So it'd be nice to see them, but they're more brawlers, man. They'll beat you up.
Yeah, they'll fight you.
They'll beat you up.
But the Usos can fight
They're
too.
like the acolytes, a bit.
The Acolytes and Legion of Doom, that'll be a sick match.
Yeah.
That'll
Yeah,
just
but
be
these-
in
but
your
these are-
face. No, I mean the Acolytes versus
Road Warriors.
Legion of Doom. That'll just be in
That'll
your
be
face.
mad. That'll be.
That'll just be
that's
in
a
your
street
face. Acolytes will win though.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Huh?
That's when Bradshaw's
Nah,
a
that's
prod, you know.
that's a
Yeah,
lie, bro.
it's Bradshaw and Farouk, bro. Don't sleep in them, please.
No, I'm sleeping with them, G.
I think it's
Fair
it'll
enough.
be a
Hawk
good
and Animal,
match.
they're
It'll
legendary.
be a good
No,
match.
it'll be a good match. It's
Yeah.
very tough guys.
That Doomsday device, you're not getting back up. Once they hit the Doomsday device, it's done.
If Bradshaw hits
done.
you with the clothesline,
Yeah,
from
if
hell,
Bradshaw hits you with the
No,
close
but this,
you are downloading
Just
asthma.
imagine this shit.
You're not getting up.
Just imagine this shit. I don't even know. I'm just like comparing. I'm just adding moves together, innit? Just imagine a Doomsday device, yeah, but with Bradshaw giving you a clothesline on top.
Yeah.
You know when they flip, it's
That's a maneuver, bro.
JBL's got the best clothesline in WWE history. I've deeped it. That clothesline is too much in the whole wrestling game. No one is doing a better clothesline than JBL. No one.
The only person I would compare to him is Stan Hansen.
What's that?
Yeah, he's the Godfather. He's the
okay.
He's the OG. You know what I'm saying? But obviously Bradshaw,
New levels.
Or best spine buster.
best spine buster, and
Arn
Arn
Anderson.
Anderson.
Triple H.
I love Triple H as well.
Great choice.
Batista,
No,
I
I
like it as
used
well.
to love the Rocks one though. See when the Rock used to do it, he used to come behind you like
Yeah.
this.
And I hate the Rocks one. The Rock, yeah, all he does, yeah, no strength, no strength. Man just pulls strength. He does a double leg takedown and just goes, all right, cool. Get me? Like Batista, I used to like it. He goes, and comes back up. And he's like, ah! You know what I mean? On a proper gas one. It's crazy, bro.
Besides Shawn Michaels, best super kick.
Oh shit.
I kind of want to say Ziggler, you know.
I was going to say Ziggler too.
These ones cold.
I'm going to say Ziggler too. Carmella, LOL. I'm joking.
That's Bay. You can't really.
I'm joking.
Bay.
You know what? Yeah, I was going to say Marty Jannetty because he had a good super kick as well. And that's his partner.
Trent Benjamin used to have a sick
Yeah,
super
super kick as well.
And
There's
Storm
bare man
as
that
well.
do super kicks out here, bro. Don't sleep on it.
I'm trying to remember from people's movesets. I'm lost from. You put me in a portal from.
Tyler Breeze's super kick is sick.
It's hard.
I like Tyler Breeze.
It's
man.
hard.
I think Tyler Breeze is so sick.
Yeah.
Hard.
He is too sick.
Too sick.
He said he wants to face Velveteen, innit?
What's he doing now?
Ooh.
He's in catering, cuz.
That's a catering.
He's just eating food, bro. Just yamming the food.
That's mad because that's what a lot of these wrestlers do. What they do is they put on their wrestling clothes and they just chill backstage.
Yamming food.
Fam, they need to do a Beyond the Mat part 2, man. We need to see what's happening in WWE, but someone needs to go over a secret camera. You watch Beyond the Mat? You watch Beyond the Mat?
I ain't watched that, you know.
And you're a wrestling fan.
Hey, loud, man. Licking it
Today when
on,
you go home,
cuz.
watch Beyond the Mat, watch the Dark Side of the Ring,
I used
watch
to
the
watch Dark Side
Montreal
of the
Screw.
Ring.
What's the Bret Hart's one called?
Yeah, the Montreal ScrewJob.
Yeah.
The
Wrestling
Ash-
with Shadows.
Wrestling with the Shadows. Watch that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Watch the rise and fall of ECW. I think that's like 3 hours, but it's good.
Yeah.
That one is a sick documentary about ECW. Just watch all of that.
Yeah, I know it.
And yeah, what's it? They need to see a part 2. Because we see what's happening behind the scenes, but I don't think Vince McMahon will like.
Nah.
He's too protective right now.
Not from when you got banged in the face by.
They caught that camera. They caught that camera, but they caught the
audio, innit?
Yeah.
They probably will let it now. Brett's cool with it now. Innit?
No, WWE would want to produce their own documentaries from now on.
Oh,
So
yeah.
what they do is they'll probably like, I think they've done something on Rollins, innit? Seth Rollins, but it was a short thing. They filmed his rise from Ring of Honor to WWE. It's on the YouTube now. You check it out. But WWE would want to produce it themselves, so I don't think they'll want to show that part of it. Plus Triple H is always going to say no. Triple H has got a big say now, fam. So
The man.
I love that he does as well.
Yeah.
I'm so happy about him having a lot of control now.
Yeah.
Because as much as I don't want Vince to go, but I just don't want him.
I don't want Vince the character to go, but you as an organizer, I'll just
Yeah, like I'd rather just
Time's
H
gone.
be at the top and just be the one.
just be
headwriter.
the nasty bastard that everyone loves you for, like. You know what I mean? Just be that bastard that just fucks up everything, yeah, or could potentially help everything. You know what I mean?
What do you guys think of this whole this new rivalry, Roman Reigns and Elias?
Interesting.
I'm not invested.
Neither am I.
No, I'm good,
Well, I
man.
thought we will
I'm
be
happy.
invested.
I'm happy because I don't want Roman to go to the main event. If he was to get pushed to the main event again,
Yeah,
give me a fucking break. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let him grow.
I
with
guess I'm
Elias.
kind of happy about it just
Let him
because
grow.
that means he's not in Money in the Bank.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that possibility is
Like,
gone.
he's being kept occupied.
Yeah.
You know? And I feel like with Elias, you can more or less put him anywhere. He'll
Yeah.
always
He always shine.
He'll always shine regardless. Like, but I don't want it to get to a point where, remember like what I said with Bray Wyatt, where
Keeps
whether
on losing,
whether
then
he wins or
fades off.
loses at some point it doesn't matter because his
Yeah.
character's strong. That's like Elias. His character's strong for now, but then if he keeps losing, we're not going to be interested. We're not going to want to walk with Elias. So
I know.
I told you last week I like Elias, innit? Last time.
Elias hard.
Yeah, he's
Elias
cold, man.
is-
Hard.
Listen,
Becky
I
belts.
love. Okay, I was gonna say something. Okay, let's talk about Becky first.
Becky 2 belts. What's everyone saying on
She's not
that?
living up to the name. It's
Whoa.
boring.
Whoa.
What's happening now? Like, are you not enjoying this whole?
I like what you know. I'm starting to
think
like.
it's early for
I'm
me
starting
to
to like
say, but
watching.
I'm
What?
still-
No,
I'm still
actually like watching a woman's wrestle. You know,
Yeah.
like I'm starting to get a bit of interest into it.
I know, but what next? What's happening next? She's got these 2 titles. Is someone
Well,
gonna come
she's
in
fighting Lacey Evans
she's
and
fighting Charlotte.
and Charlotte on the same night.
Yeah.
So
on the same night at where? Money in the Bank.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. Becky 2 belts. Bro, it's
So
live.
Let's come out for.
Don't sleep on Becky.
The thing is, don't get me wrong. You see with the whole Lacey
I'm
thing,
rating her.
I was
rating her
jarred
well.
about it.
Great.
I like Lacey.
I was
Yeah.
jarred about the whole walking up and down, but it makes sense.
When
now,
she
the
done
fact
that punch, I thought, "Woo,
Woman's
go
rights.
on, bad
Woman's
bitch. What
rights.
are you
Easy.
on?
Yeah.
I like
What are
Lacey.
you on?
I can't lie, I like
You
Lacey,
got to take it in a bit more. I'm like, right, everyone's starting to. You just give it time. Just give it time. Give it time.
She's fighting Lacey first, then
she's defending the Raw's title against Lacey and then
Then
defending
Charlotte. So Lacey will be a
Lacey
quick
could
job for
potentially
her.
win it. After how many matches? After how many matches she's had on Raw?
Lacey's never had a match on Raw.
Yeah, she has. She
No, she
beat
has. She
Natalia.
She
Yeah.
beat Natalia. She's had 1 match on Raw,
She beat Natalia
and
last week.
she can potentially win it. Is that exciting to you lot?
I like Lacey Evans.
If she
so
does,
I'm
then
not
yeah,
fast.
I'll like
I
to
don't
see
mind
it.
Lacey. You know, when I saw her fight, I was happy. But I'm saying
Her moonsault.
Fuck
that
it.
was nice.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah,
was
that-
mad actually.
that
Yeah, I
was
remember now.
Crazy.
that was nice.
It's a shutdown.
I need to look into this one.
But the
Where's she
moveset
from?
was a bit small though. I didn't see too much. I
NXT,
just saw the
yeah.
punch.
The way
and
she
the
wrestles,
moveset.
the way she wrestles, she slightly reminds me of
Like
Charlotte.
Natty kind of carried
Yeah,
her for
yeah,
that
yeah.
match.
So wait, what was she called in NXT?
Lacey Evans.
Lacey Evans,
Lacey
yeah.
And she's always had the same gimmick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But how did WWE sneak her in? I didn't see it. I was blind at the
she
time.
kept on walking. Like,
Now I saw that part, but I mean,
As in how they signed her.
when was her first actual announcement that she was gonna be on the main roster?
she just
The
appeared.
same period as
Like Heavy Machinery
Heavy
and all that.
Machinery and EC3.
Oh, they just came through.
Yeah.
EC3's
Yeah.
not even on the main roster, man.
He's on
Yeah.
Sunday Night Heat.
I thought stuff like that. Guy,
He's
that,
on velocity.
that guy's got bare. He's got bare accolades, you know.
No, he had bare potential.
He's
man.
got bare
Yeah, he's
accolades,
hard,
He
fam.
had bare potential.
Nah, he's good.
Fam, sorry, Kevin Owens, fam. I love it.
Yeah, I love it.
I love the.
It makes-
I love Kevin
It makes
Owens.
sense. DTA, don't trust anyone.
My
G.
guy
Yeah.
KO.
Don't trust anyone. Big E's coming to F you up, though. I'm sorry, fam. When he comes back, he's gonna beat you up.
But then Big E
But-
might turn heel straight after.
Don't do that, man. Don't do
might
that.
join him.
Don't do that, man. Don't do that, please.
I'm happy
It's
that
very easy.
happy he turned on Kofi. As long as he stops using the Stone Cold Stun, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm fed up.
Yeah, I'm
that's
fed
it.
up.
Well,
I
I'm
want the
so
pop-up power
fed
bomb.
up.
Why have you cribbed that? Why
so
have
fed
you
up.
cribbed that? Kevin, why have you cribbed that?
Has that powerbomb injured anyone?
Well, I've never seen my man do a power bomb to anyone. Now, when was the last time he done a power bomb?
I haven't seen it since he.
Might be protecting it though. You never know.
Now he's dirty.
I feel like the
Now
Stone
he's
Cold Stunner
dirty.
kind of suited him when he was faced. Like, get the
Yeah,
crowd
but probably
pumping,
just to
you
get
know
crowd.
what I'm
Probably he's
saying?
gonna do the proper.
Now
power
that
bomb
he'll go back to the power bomb and finish people.
I like Kevin Owens dirty. Just stay there, man. You're a
Yeah.
crowd anyway, man. I like you, man. The crowd like you, man. We're always gonna like you. It's all right, bro. Just stay being a prick. That's cool. I don't mind.
Yeah.
I don't mind. I love it.
But you know, is when he hit Kofi Kingston, I just had a flash. I just had like a foresight of me seeing Kofi Kingston losing.
He
the
won't
title,
lose that title.
I was
man.
like, oh shit, here we go again. I swear, I was like, oh shit.
He won't lose that title, man. He's not losing that for a bit, man. I told you SummerSlam he might lose it, but that's it, bro. He ain't losing. No, don't take the piss.
I don't think he'll
Vince,
lose it
don't
straight
you
away.
dare take the piss and make him lose against Kevin Owens. Don't you dare.
What? So you'd make Kevin Owens lose 2 titles twice in a row?
Yeah, exactly.
That's my logic.
Is he fighting him Money in the Bank now?
I'm
Has that been
assuming so.
confirmed?
Nah,
Who's
it's
Kevin?
not-
No, but I'm guessing
I'm gonna
that's
assume so.
yeah.
What, lose to Daniel Bryan, then lose to Kofi.
That's not gonna happen. They're not gonna allow that.
Yeah, like in my
Unless they'll do a thing where
What do you mean? What do you mean he's a Daniel Bryan? In terms of before?
he lost that Royal Rumble to Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
Then are they gonna make him lose again at Money in the Bank?
Yeah, Kevin Owens' character can last. Why not?
You reckon?
Of course. What? So now what? You want a Kofi now, who's just won the championship? How many to now lose his momentum completely? As soon as he loses
I don't think
As soon
Kevin
as he
Owens.
loses the championship, who's really gonna rate Kofi? Sorry, bro. Like I've got to be real with you.
Yeah, I don't think
Let that reign
Kevin
continue.
Owens loses out on losing if he.
No
goes
way,
against
no
Kofi.
way,
Yeah.
no way, no way.
Especially as he's a heel now as well. Like,
Well, Kevin Owens,
If you- okay,
you're meant
now-
to lose if you're the
If-
heel,
if
really.
you're the heel, you're meant to lose. Heel's meant to lose. Yeah, they're meant to win. They're meant to win when you're not expecting.
When you don't expect it, do you know what I mean? Okay, it could happen, but like, it's just it will be a piss take. It will actually be a piss take.
And also, Daniel Bryan hasn't had his rematch yet, so I'm sure that can come at
That
any
can
time
come in
as
at
well.
any time as well.
Is he
His
completely-
rematch clause.
No,
He's
rematch clauses are
ghosting
done,
it.
innit?
No.
Yeah, bro.
Rematch clauses are done.
Remember they said, oh yeah, we're the authority now. Remember when they had that
Oh,
big
the
speech?
McMahon.
Oh shit,
Isn't
rematch clauses.
And they
are-
said, yeah, no rematch clauses.
But the tag team matches, they've been doing their rematch clauses.
Listen, they go back on their words too much. Cuz. They go back on. I remember.
He's not
that
just
promo.
going back on their word.
I
What the
remember that
hell?
promo.
So wait.
deeply.
So wait, what's happened to Dean? What's happened to? Oh, I keep saying Dean.
I'm a bit
What's
weird
up
about
with Daniel
Dean
Bryan now?
because there was Daniel Bryan. Did you say?
Yeah, what's like? Where's he now? Like he's finished. I haven't seen him since WrestleMania.
I
Am
think
I-
they're
have you
trying
seen-
out for another kid though. If you watch Total Bellas, Bree's trying out.
Are you
for
watching
another
it?
kid.
You know what? I watch it
Let me
as
tell
well.
you something.
Can't
Yeah,
lie,
I've got a
'cause-
crush on the Bellas in it, especially Nikki in it. I
fuck.
can't lie in it, but obviously, yeah, man. I look at their podcast as well, man. Interesting stuff, man.
Was their podcast good?
It's good, man.
He's got a podcast.
No, the Bellas, the Bellas.
What are they talking about?
She was talking about John's new girlfriend. She was like, when John saw his when I saw John with his new girlfriend, it didn't faze me. I didn't, you know that that butterfly feeling. I didn't get that. Everyone's like, oh, leave it, Nikki. You're feeling it. You're feeling it. Allow it. You're feeling it. But you know, it's cool, man. Nikki Bella, come see me. But anyway, look,
I'm dead.
Isn't she with
Other-
that
other
Artem?
things.
The
Yeah,
dancer?
yeah.
Still him?
He's a bit finessey, isn't it? I like him still.
like,
Yeah,
yeah,
the beard's a bit dangerous. He does his thing still. But yeah, man. What else has happened? Becky 2 belts.
Money in the Bank. Who do you?
Lars Sullivan raiding again. Sorry.
That's why he came back again. Lars Sullivan.
What has he done?
He
like?
wiped out
He
everyone.
beat up
Yeah.
Jinder. He chased Jinder. Jinder.
Oh yeah, Jinder's back on SmackDown now as well.
He's on. Was he on Raw?
I thought
Yeah, it was on Raw.
I
Yeah.
was South Jinder Mahal, you know.
I don't, bro.
Who
You know,
Mahal?
it's like, I watched
like
this
that.
thing on What Culture, innit, and I was saying how he went through depression, innit.
Who Mahal?
Yeah.
I swear.
After he kept on losing bears in a row, fam. They said
Was this before he won the title?
Yeah, before he won the title, yeah.
Oh.
So his percentage of him losing was 90%. Oh, it's a weird stat. It was 9%, and he had another percent was like 10% of him winning, innit? And him winning the title pushed it 5% or something. So it became 15%, and it's like even when he did win the title, it done something, but it didn't do that much for him. And it's just it's very sad, man. Gotta give it up to him, man. Bro, wrestlers have feelings, man.
I wanted Jinder to do something. The Maharaja. I don't know for some weird reason. I wanted him to do something great.
I feel like he's such a big
His character
comes across- his
could
character's
have done
big.
well. Yeah,
I feel like they should do more of
the
it.
character could have done very well.
Come back in
very
great
very
shape.
well.
Yeah, bro.
Your song is hard.
I just want a 3MB reunion. I don't know why.
All
At the
the-
stages that they're at right now, that would gas me. I don't know why. I don't know
I
why.
want Drew McIntyre to turn on all of them. I wanted to do it and just turn on
Claymores, both of them.
Give both of them claymores and just keep it
Both of
moving.
them, it says,
You know what I'm saying?
well, that lasted, innit? It was at the ring. Yeah. I wouldn't mind that. That would be like that. I'd be like,
That'd be a
cool.
shout. What is even happening with Heath Slater? I feel like I ain't seen him
It's a free man band.
when they
He's
broke
with,
up him
is
and
he with
Rhino.
Rhino?
Rhino's gone.
Rhino's gone.
Yeah, he's gone now.
So when they brought them two up, he was
I
just
think the
lost.
last time I saw Heath is when Kofi won the championship, and I think he was standing in the crowd before Becky. And
That card was funny, you know. I feel like that card was funny.
I know. I'm thinking, why have they got Becky there for? I swear you're meant to be wrestling in a bit.
All Nikki Cross acting normal.
Trust.
When wrestlers act like fans, live on thing, I think it's very funny, you know.
Yeah.
You see back in the day when they had when they do like the roster, like they do the draft.
Yeah,
After
yeah.
they get Undertaker and them in the room, and after Undertaker shit like this,
Yeah.
they go, "Who's going to SmackDown? Undertaker goes doing this."
And they have his glasses. Yeah, I remember that. I remember when they done the draft for Triple H. Triple H like, what? No, SmackDown. No, this can't happen. This can't happen. Man's go straight to Eric Briscoe's office. This needs to change now.
Why are they all in the room together? They're acting very calm, and Kane's in there like this.
Yeah. Everyone has their different personalities. It's funny. It's so funny,
The
bro.
camera guy's like 3, 2, 1, action.
Trust me.
They're bits.
Kane is sadistic as well. Nutter.
Well, see, look, even them times, the draft made sense. With the Superstar
was
Shake Up now, it
perfect,
doesn't
yeah.
make
It was
sense.
perfect.
It's like randomly, they just show graphics on the screen, like, these people come. It's like, why have they been chosen to come to the Raw or SmackDown? Like, it doesn't make sense. It's not like before where someone from Raw or SmackDown will have a match. Whoever wins, they get the pick. I would have preferred that, but you win some, you lose some.
Because they ain't really got like solid general managers though, innit? That's probably
I
the
guess
problem.
Yeah.
But
Who would you say was the worst general manager of all time? In your eyes,
John Laurinaitis.
I knew someone was
I was
going
gonna
to say
say
People's
that.
Power.
I was
Done
gonna
with
say
him.
Yeah, go on. Fuck
That
it.
people power
Done
thing
it.
was
Fuck it.
dead.
Yeah, it's dead.
I'm trying to think.
There was no one.
I can't remember. There was one general manager that came. I can't remember his name, but he was there like temporarily.
Brad Maddox.
No, it's not even.
Oh,
Brad Maddox.
he was a nasty
That
one.
you.
He was shit though.
Yeah, I hate that you.
But there was someone
He was a
else.
victim still.
Let me see if I can find
The
his name.
anonymous general manager didn't even make sense.
See, that didn't
Oh,
make
that
sense.
is
Everyone thought it was going to be Stone Cold. Because he said,
That is
so I
me.
remember Michael Cole must have said, and that's the bottom line. Because the general manager said so. Everyone's like, what? Is it Stone Cold? I didn't know.
What's Brad Maddox doing now after that whole stint with him and Xavier Woods?
I have no idea.
Mad thing.
Man, that bread.
After the first time I ever saw that video, I was like, "Raw." So wait, is this what wrestlers are actually doing?
I couldn't believe it.
I was like, "Wait, is this what's happening in Florida when these lot are chilling after NXT?" This makes no sense.
Craziness.
That is so mad.
shit.
That is so mad, and it's mad because Paige had bare videos,
Oh, Paige is one, yeah. Oh,
and there was bare
days,
different man. So
bro.
everyone was thinking, "Huh?"
Page has been
Hey,
passed around.
There was a wild one where I don't know who it was, but they busted a nut on the NXT Women's Championship.
Yeah, I remember
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I remember that.
Oh my god, there's one, yeah. Listen, you know what? After that, I'm sick. Listen, just you know, ignore me. But there was one time where obviously she's blowing the man, yeah. But she's on the phone to her boyfriend, Paige. But she's on the camera. And she's like, shh. She's blowing the man on the phone. Get me? She's blowing the man. While on the phone. Oh shit. We're on the phone to her boyfriend. I thought, nah, man, that's unfair. And she just made him bust that straight away. I said, go.
So,
And they said, all right, baby, see you later. Bye.
How did this stuff get leaked, fam? Do you remember Seth Rollins one got leaked as well?
Yeah, I remember.
Bearman got leaked.
iCloud, didn't it?
Yeah,
That's why you should never put stuff on iCloud. Fam.
Nothing safe, but
it's
yeah.
rough.
So wait, what?
Bro, I
Someone
don't know who
bust
it
on
was.
the NXT Women's
Yeah.
Championship.
Page.
And poor picture, or was there a video?
It was a video.
Video.
She's holding it under a chin.
But that's
Who's
why.
that?
like a plate page. She's holding it.
But that's why Paige. But that's why Paige was. She got fucked in a.
Oh, come on.
She got fucked in a dressing room as
I
well.
don't.
innit?
Come on, we need to. Come on. We're gonna,
Oh, in the changing rooms, yeah.
what?
You know what? Let's not even get to the
listen,
discussions,
man.
man. A lot of the time's getting a bit late. You know the
So
ones.
wild,
It's
so
cool,
wild.
man. It's cool.
We got questions for everyone, bro.
Oh yeah.
Go on, give it to us, man.
One second. Can you go on the Twitter?
So that was so mad the way that just come out.
The
innit?
first question we've got is from Temi Alchemy from the 90s Babies
Yeah,
podcast.
big up Temi, fam.
Big them man up. He asked, "Oh shit, is it too late to ask
Nah, it's
what
not.
your costume would be if you guys were wrestlers?"
Tights, and on the tights will be satin and normal material. What's the normal material? Satin and what's the other one? So basically, tights like
Polyester, I don't know.
is that AJ Styles tights?
Oh, okay.
But it's old school, yeah, like AJ Styles tights now. Just have that, and it'll have like a Ghana flag, but it'll be like a proper flag, like a waving flag. Just be wrapped around my legs and stuff in it. After I think I'll be cool. I'll call myself Anafi Lloyd, because you know Victor likes to flip people's names backwards. So, I don't know.
You know what? Yeah, I'll call myself by my created character. This is so weird. This is getting really weird now. I used to call myself.
Take it under.
No. It's just so weird. I used to call the created character. Yeah, I made on wrestling was called Agent X.
What the fuck is he?
This guy would wear a suit. You get me? I can
like
take the
Matrix,
suit off when he gets to the ring, like a Matrix type of thing. You
Oh,
feel me?
Oh,
So I want to be something like that. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And I kind of like dictate matches and do some sort of madness like that.
So your guy come in a suit.
Yeah, but like more mystique type of things, like the Matrix and things like that, have that kind of twist to it.
What about you? What about you?
My
Say,
guy would come
very
on a
weird.
flamboyant one, like Velveteen Dreams type of levels, fam. Can't lie.
Like pink and-
I'd go that way, yeah, like bright colours. The back of my tights will say Dre Marvelous.
Jeez,
It'd be that one. I just come
it's
with.
flying. I say, my God,
Nah,
Jay,
please.
like, come on,
I'm
man.
gonna come back.
Wow! Don't do it. You still gonna get
Do you know who I want my guy to dress as? Do you know El Matador? You know El Matador, Tito Santana?
Yeah.
You see when he was the El Matador gimmick and he had like the pink and green. And he had the coat. That would be me, fam. Yeah. Come as a black man.
Come like Zorro.
Matador, fam. Trust me, fam. That'll be lit still.
What would I wear?
Free call-ups.
The shuku one that makes bare noise. That one there, like,
Leather pants in it.
Michaels.
Is anyone fighting combats?
Who?
Is anyone fighting combats?
Yeah, the Hardys.
No, but their combats are combats. They were like combats. Combats. I'm talking about combats. Did you go?
Baron Corbin.
Yeah, Baron Corbin. I'm sure he's will come. Oh, Braun Strowman. Yeah.
No, but his combats had a piss stain here, fam. I'm talking about H&M combats. You got what I mean, fam?
I don't know. You know, maybe Loki or something. I don't know.
Go on.
Oh, look, what's that?
Actually, no, not Loki. What would I wear? Man will probably come in like velour pint and just that says Essex on my back.
And the panting, yeah? The panting.
Velour pint, like black.
Can't lie, fam.
With
What's
gold
the pants?
Essex and the three
panting,
swords
yeah.
of Essex and
can't
the knee
lie.
pads. Knee pads.
That with it.
Boots. Maybe one kick pad.
I said the
wristband,
free swords.
and
You
t-shirt.
gotta have the thing here. You gotta have the thing here.
Hey, bro, the way you are, let's kick it, though. You're mad, man.
Just you gotta have the tape here. The tape
And the
there,
elbow
fam.
pad saying guap, and no one saying daddy.
that's art still.
That's hard.
I can't lie, that's
hard. Trust
Hey,
me.
big up Temi, man. That's a good question still.
Another question we got. Thoughts on WWE freezing Harper's contract, then adding 6 months and telling him to go back to work after asking for a release?
So wait, they've added 6 months onto his contract.
Yeah.
Are they allowed to do that?
Yeah.
How are they allowed to do that? He can't. He's the one that has to sign the contract at the end of the day, no. So they can't just add it through. It's like me.
Well, it
it's
depends.
like Arsenal.
Well, it really depends on what the contract does say. The
Exactly, that's what I
contract
was
could say
gonna say.
that maybe holiday periods, you know what I mean, or certain injury periods, or they could. We don't know what happened.
But
behind
as
the
in,
scenes.
like, how can you Okay, you have the contract here. How can you add more? If the guy wants to leave, the guy wants to leave.
No, but you know, like them extension clauses, like when you get in the last year of your contract, it might be like, alright, cool, you got an extension.
Like,
if
maybe
we want
probably
to
knows.
Can he
she
say
get
no
it.
to that? That's
But he
what I'm
probably
saying.
is aware of it, but there's probably nothing.
But even if he
can
says
do.
no, he won't get paid.
So there's probably nothing he can do.
So they can
Hence why
say
he's
no.
probably
So he
moaning.
can say no. I don't want to work, but then they'll freeze the contract regardless. So until you start working, you're not going to come out of your
freeze it
contract.
and freeze it in a way that he can't go anywhere else.
Nah, he wouldn't be able to go anywhere anyways because he's under contract.
Yeah,
to
he
them.
can't go anywhere.
But once they freeze the contract, you're just going to be sitting at home not getting paid, not
So
doing nothing.
they freeze his contract now. They've got him for 6 months. What are they going to do with him now?
That's when you have to do something with him.
As in, what's next? Because obviously, apparently, the rumors said that Bray Wyatt they're looking to bring back the Wyatt family,
Jeez.
and that wasn't gonna work. It was boring. It would come across boring. But what's next for this guy? Is he gonna come back as a different gimmick or what? Is he gonna join the Firefly Fun House? What's he gonna do? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
I don't know how they'd write him into
They put him
anything.
in a sad situation. And it's like it reminds me of flipping. Who can I say? Who can I put? Might as well flipping Mahrez at Leicester City, fam. You know what I mean? He wants to leave, but he can't leave, fam.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's like,
Hudson
come on.
Odoi and that.
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
It's
Hudson Odoi. You know what I mean? Like he wants to leave. I just feel like WWE. Yeah, they sometimes like I love you. Look, WWE, you're calm, man.
Foundation, innit?
Foundation, but I feel like the way they move sometimes is very evil. They got like a slave mentality. I don't mean to like crucify them or say anything bad about them, because obviously you might be working in the future, but they not crucify. They got like a slave mentality where they're like, no, you can't do this. You have to do this. Do you know what I mean? And it's bad. It ruins people and stuff. So I feel like we should, bro, every now and then people need to check up on Luke Harper's current status and his state of mind and stuff, because that stuff can bring to depression, man. Honestly,
Yeah,
man.
the wrestling industry.
After him writing that whole parallel,
I saw that on Twitter, innit?
Twitter and that, and for him to be refused and adding another 6 months on, that's sad, man. Someone should look into that, man. I feel like someone at AEW can buy him out though, or help him out, if possible.
That's got me a bit emotional. Big up Luke Harper.
You know what I mean? It's deep. Just when he's in a change
You're
room
a
like
sick
this, bro,
talent.
and they're not giving him anything, fam. Do you get what I mean? And it's like, it's sad,
I don't
fam.
know what's wrong with WWE. Son.
Who can you compare that to? Has this ever happened to a wrestler before?
Punk.
Neville.
No, not Punk. Sorry, not Punk. Neville.
Neville.
Yeah.
What?
He wanted us to leave, and then they froze his contract, and then they got tired. They got to the point they just gave him his release.
Yeah, as soon as he had that
so
feud
it was
with
like
Enzo, innit? He's like, I'm cutting.
Yeah.
So he had a feud with Enzo. Oh yeah.
So yeah, Neville. That's more or less the same thing.
Do you think they done the same to Big Cass?
No, they got rid of him.
Nah, they freed him.
Yeah, they freed him.
Why they get rid of Big Cass?
Something with Carmella. Was it Carmella?
Yeah.
What did you do, Carmelo?
I can't
I
remember.
don't know what happened.
Can't remember.
There's something with
Something wild,
Carmella.
though.
Apparently, Carmelo used to do Enzo and things hair. He used to be a hairdresser.
Sick.
You hear about that? I found out today on What Culture, fam. We got What Culture stuff.
That's fame, man.
Right, Corey Graves, you bad guy. But anyway, that's another story.
Yeah, that's another story.
SS Aqua.
Jeez.
He asked, "What did you make of the Superstar shake-up? Also, what do you think of Lars Sullivan?"
Superstar shake-up was alright. I still feel like there's more.
There's more to come.
I hope there's more to come.
It's a Superstar shake-up month. So the last Raw and SmackDown will be Tuesday and Monday. That's the last day of the month. So I think that'll be the final shake-up, and that's when we see where how the year's gonna pan out for us.
Do you not want Velveteen Dream to come up to the roster next week?
Not yet.
Nah.
No.
Not yet.
at all.
It's
Thank
too early.
you.
Not at all, man.
He's not ready yet, innit?
No.
It's not even about
He's not
ready.
ready
It's
yet.
not even about being ready.
He's
It's
not
too
ready
early.
yet. It's not.
too
No,
early,
but he's not ready
It's
yet.
too early.
No, I think it's
It's
definitely
too
ready.
early for him. No, it is too early for him. I
I
want him
think
to
he's
develop
ready.
more.
I'll
tell you why he's ready.
I feel like he needs to
I'll tell you
develop
why,
more.
He's ready, but we're not like he's not ready to. We're not ready for him.
Has he
Honestly.
conquered? Has he conquered NXT to that extent though?
He's conquered social media by far. And
I
he's
feel
done
like he
well.
has conquered NXT.
Social media.
I feel like he has conquered
But
NXT.
social media.
Social media, no.
What is he? Has he been NXT champion
You
before?
don't have to be an NXT champion. Ricochet wasn't an NXT champion.
Yeah, true.
I don't feel like you have to be a champion to conquer it.
Fair do. But the level in which you lot want Velveteen to hit though, this is Ricochet. Ricochet's a mid card guy. He's never gonna be. He's never really gonna hit the top. I don't think
Are
so.
we going this again, please?
I have to go into this again. I'm not saying that, but you don't want Velveteen Dream to go. I'm forever going to be controversial in it.
No, do you?
You don't want Velveteen Dream to hit that top, but I told you the company's not gonna let him. The
They
company
will.
is not gonna let him.
They
Okay,
will.
okay.
Why won't they?
That's for the future.
But
Anyway,
why won't they let him though?
I don't think they will.
But why?
I just don't. I personally just don't. I just personally just don't. There's no reason in any way. I just don't think they will.
That's what someone said about Kofi Kingston years back.
They just won't.
Fam,
They will,
you know,
man.
it's he's doing the right things. That's what I'm saying. He's
Yeah.
doing the right things. He's using his social dominance and his character to get the upper hand. For example, the Buddy Murphy thing. When Buddy Murphy lost at
Yeah.
WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Who would think to get their phone and record someone losing and filming? That's sick.
It's mad.
Do you know what I mean? It's good. He's using it properly, fam.
No, I'm not denying his character. I'm not saying he's dead. I've never said that.
Like
But
what you said last
for him
time.
to hit the top,
That stuck with me. Sorry, bro.
Or what of wrestlers using their initiative to do certain things?
Do stuff
Yeah.
and then boost them up. That's
like
stuck
the
with
Young
me.
Bucks.
You know what I mean? It's stuck
But
with
no,
me, fam.
okay. I feel like if you look at it like that, then if he keeps it up and he has a solid base, then yeah, it could be a good. Okay, you could be a superstar.
No,
yeah, you
easily.
can.
I feel like he will.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Let's see there, man. Let's see. Big up Velveteen. Go on.
Yeah, it's my guy.
What do you guys think of Lars Sullivan?
I'm not invested no more. I've left the building. Are you lot still in the building?
I thought you liked the invasion, my bro.
No, but I've said I've left the building. It was nice for the first time, but I'm like,
Jarring, isn't it?
no, it's I think I'm getting mature, man. Of this whole, I'm getting
That just sounded like you know what's there, my guy.
Like, I'm not feeling the big guys anymore.
That's what I was
man.
just about to
The big
say.
guys are not there. They're not doing the right. The big guys are not big no more.
Nah, you know what it is?
Do you know what I mean?
Lars Sullivan doesn't know how to be a villain. He doesn't know how to be a true. It's just all like every time he drops something to the floor. Sometimes just go in the ring. You know, sometimes if you just go in the ring, don't talk, do damage and walk out. That's a bigger statement than ever making noise.
Easily.
Man can just walk in the ring, do something and not say a word for like a whole month. People be like, who in the world is this done?
Yeah.
But it's just so bait what you would do. You jump in the ring, scream and walk out. Like, oh,
Yeah, it's getting.
you're not going to last a year right now.
It's getting a bit lackluster.
Just get mature for it. Back in the day,
Do you know
we
what I
were
mean? You're not going to last a year. Like, make an impact, man. Make stuff a bit more realistic than what it is.
And he's got anxiety problems as well,
I
innit?
swear.
Yeah.
That's the whole reason why. Like, remember they were meant to call him up ages ago.
Yeah.
And he was having troubles, like big
they're
troubles.
probably working on him then.
Yeah, so
I'll big up him then.
I mean, like behind the scenes as well.
Sorry, Lars, man.
That's good.
You know what's there? I guilt trip straight away.
He looked at the camera like Lars Sullivan.
Trust me. Sorry, Lars, man. No, but you know what? I hope that these wrestlers see this, bruv, one
Yeah,
day.
bro.
You know what I mean?
Bro,
Like,
wrestlers have feelings, man.
do you know what I mean, bro? That's what I'm saying. And I respect the wrestlers.
Yeah,
I
we need to
respect it so
appreciate it.
much.
We need to appreciate
That's why I
it.
just said sorry, man. Shit.
Is there any more questions, bro?
Who am I to
No,
say
that's
that?
it, man. We didn't
That
get that
is
many questions this
too
week,
funny.
man.
That's
Someone asked about Becky Lynch. What do you think about her championship reign so far?
Becky 2 belts. I love
It's
it.
been.
I
It's
think
still
it's
early,
wavy,
innit?
man. I think
Becky
it's
2
wavy.
belts. I love it. I love it. I
It's
love
alright.
it.
It's alright. It's alright.
Champ.
More to come.
Champ.
Yeah, easily.
So, bro, how do you find your first session, man?
You know what? It's sick, fam. But obviously, you know, Sam knows, bro. Man's been watching this from the start. So it's just good to be on here, man, on a good platform. Where I can see you, man, do your thing. I'm doing my thing as well. Sam knows I got my clothing line here.
Yes.
That I'm
Plug
wearing.
it.
Plug
Plug
it
it.
in.
Yeah, plug yourself, bro.
Tell him.
Yes, I'm wearing it right now. Hart Apparel Store on Instagram. Educational streetwear. That's what I'm calling it. So it's basically gonna start off with t-shirts. Hopefully by the time this comes out, I'll have a little bit something on the website for you guys.
Yeah, bro, bring some merch.
Yeah, definitely.
Send us some merch from where,
Oh,
man?
100,
Come on,
man.
swag us out,
100.
man.
Come on, man.
Plug us in, my brother.
It's
Yeah,
£20
no,
waiting
man.
for 5 weeks now, fam.
Don't
My
worry.
trousers, fam, they're fading out.
Hey,
Trust me,
listen.
bro. I'm thinking what designer I have to wear. They start to run up.
Hey, fam, everything's coming.
You crepes as well,
Everything's
yeah?
coming.
No, man, I want Balenciagas, fam.
No,
I played. But yeah, man, it's been a pleasure having you, man.
I
honestly.
appreciate
Yes,
that, man.
bro.
It's all love.
Nice, man. What's it? Any last words there?
I'm gonna say this every single podcast. Please remind me. Drew McIntyre for Universal Champion. Done. I'm gonna say every single podcast until he gets the title. He deserves it.
Oh yeah, Buddy Murphy's on SmackDown now. He's going to win the WWE title this year.
I need to see merch from
Don't try
Buddy Murphy's going to win WWE title this year.
I need to see merch from. I need to see Buddy
I've been
Murphy
trying to
merch.
look for Buddy.
Why do you think he's gonna win? Wait, are you actually being serious? I'm being serious about Drew. I'm 100%.
No, I
I'm
don't think
telling you
he's
he's
gonna
gonna
win.
win.
I don't think he's gonna win the
I
WWE
know
title
he's
this
gonna win the Universal title. I'm gonna say it every single podcast till it happens.
I feel like Buddy Murphy will fight for the WWE title. I don't think he'll win.
He'll get IC and he'll hold it for time.
Yeah,
That could be
time.
possible. Or US.
I don't think he'll win the WWE title this year. If he does, I'll be very shocked.
Very shocked.
If he wins if he ends up being in the Money Bank and
Then
he
it
wins,
could be a game changer.
then but other
We just
than
have
that-
to wait till Money in the Bank because that could be a game changer.
But Buddy Murphy, you need to release good merch. Your merch right now is not.
Dead, isn't it?
is dead. I'm so sorry. I might have to make my own one. I might just go on Photoshop and design it.
I said, well, be careful, you can get caps from that. WWE
Yeah,
knocking off their people.
Tight.
But yeah, man. Little boy, finish it off, bro.
It was actually mad because on our podcast we used to always say like ask one question like before we end it.
Oh yeah, see it. Come on,
But we haven't done it.
Go on.
So if you was a wrestler, name one finishing move that you'd use. And I'll leave it at that. What would be your finishing move? I'll leave it at that. And it can't be one from your favourite wrestler. So don't come and tell me Tombstone or Chokeslam.
I don't even like it. That's a basic finisher. It's basic. It is basic. It's basic.
It's one of my favorite wrestling moves that I'll do. Yeah, but I feel like it's gonna inflict more pain to me, but I don't really care. So I'll get the wrestler to stand in the middle of the ring and he's groggy, and I'll jump on the top rope and I'll flip and I'll give him an RKO. So like a flying RKO.
Oh,
Okay, like Cena springboard stunner almost.
Yeah, a bit like that, but I'm on the turnbuckle.
Or from the turnbuckle.
Yeah.
Why not?
But then again, I got two, so that would be that one, and I'll get the powerbomb, but I'll throw you from the turnbuckle. Like what water did? You know what water did?
Yeah.
You know, I call it the shot put. I call it the shot put.
I like that one. I like
Obviously,
that one.
I come with the what's it? College, what's it? What's that wrestling word that they call people? Like, what's Triangle's fighting style?
Or collegiate.
Oh, collegiate wrestling.
I'll be a collegiate wrestler.
NCAA, yeah?
Yeah.
I see you, bro.
Go on, bro.
Me, you know what? High flying top rope. It's got to be a top rope move for me. I'd be like, you know what it is? You know when, like, what's SmackDown versus Raw? Is it when you can make your own finisher? Or is it 2K?
7? Is it 7? 7 or
2007.
it started early.
SmackDown versus Raw.
Number one.
You could do your own finisher.
Yeah,
Number one,
that's
you could do
it.
your own finisher.
I had one like variation
could.
of the 5-star frog splash.
You
innit?
could
But
use different moves.
it was more, you know, you jump in the 5-star, but it sort of tuck your knees, so you land on your knees.
Oh,
That was my thing.
dirty.
So see, like coup de grace.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that
coup de
kind of
grace, but
impact,
with that,
knees.
ooh,
Yeah, that was my
dirty.
thing.
Insides.
Yeah.
Oof. Me, spear, man. Spear works for me. Spear works for me. I love the spear.
Yeah.
I actually love the spear. That's actually probably my favorite wrestling move. You know, actually the spear, fully.
Whose type of spear though?
Goldberg's in his peak.
Yeah,
No one could do it better.
easily.
No one could do it
Goldberg
better.
in his peak, fam.
Edge maybe it's a contender because he can spear from anywhere.
Yeah.
But Goldberg, no one could.
He's getting through you, bro.
Got Goldberg Rhino as well. Rhino, your
Rhino.
whole body's gonna
God.
split apart. Go, and it's so quick. Boom.
For real. I think my one would either probably be a brain buster or sleeper hold.
Brainbusters are not.
Nah, sleeper
Don't
hold.
sleep on the
Very
bro.
nice.
But you can
Very
no,
nice.
but you need to understand the technicality of actually a brainbuster, bruv. You have got a man up,
Yeah.
and you've clapped like it's a
yeah.
suplex, but you've got his head right on the
Brain
palm,
buster's
the
cold.
center.
When Eddie Guerrero,
Brain buster or sleeper hold.
Sleeper hold is that's your move. I swear.
Sleeper hold, though, yeah.
If you know, you know. Oh, guys, that's for the wrestling podcast.
This guy.